Hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of 123 Wrestling. I'll be hosting it this evening. I am Nick Slade. Oh,
And
and
I'm
my co-host,
Kristen.
yep, down below me is,
And I'm the other host. I am Mo B.
yes, I will continue to be your senior wrestling analyst this evening, but also your host because I am the only one of three who regularly follows Impact Wrestling, as our regular watchers know.
I think the
But
most of Impact I don't even watch, is like I listen to the Good Brothers Talking Shop podcast, which is freaking hilarious
yeah,
podcast. Sorry,
yeah,
that's
but
it.
tonight we have Impact's biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory. They've been doing it since 2005. Essentially, it's their WrestleMania. And we got a really good card tonight. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, we got 8 matches scheduled, including a pre-show match. Don't know when the pre-show's starting, though.
I think it's on right now. I believe I got a notification email saying it started at 7.
Well, if we don't get, let's go ahead and not cover the pre-show match in case we can't start. Let's go ahead and cover the 7 matches on the main show. So
7? Wow.
first up, we got the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, where the winner will be able to choose any championship to challenge of their choosing. It's going to have men and women competing in it. So as you guys know, a gauntlet match is essentially like the Royal Rumble, except you eliminate your opponent by pinfall or submission rather than throw them over the top rope.
Okay.
And they've announced not all the competitors yet, but we have AC Romero, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, Jessica Havoc, Heath Slater, Hernandez, Larry D, Rhino, Taya Valkyrie, Tanel Dashwood, and Tommy Dreamer have all been announced for it. Now, there's a couple of special stipulations for this. As you know, since Heath Slater debuted at Slamversary, he's been struggling to get an Impact Wrestling contract. And this has now led to this. The deal is if Heath Slater or Rhino wins this match, then not only will that person get a title opportunity, but Heath Slater will also earn a full-time contract with Impact Wrestling. But if neither one of them win, then Rhino is fired. And to make it even harder, they've announced that Hernandez will enter last, but Rhino has to enter at number 1. So they're stacking the deck against Heath Slater and Rhino. So you think one of them's going to be able to pull it off?
I feel like, yeah, ironically, this feels like back when they were doing the whole free agent thing in WWE with everybody having their doubts about like Rhino and Heath becoming the first SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and then they pulled it up to defeating the Usos on the following pay-per-view. So
but now instead of the downfall of not winning contract, if they lose this one, that means Rhino will also lose his job. So the stakes are a little higher. This one,
yes. So the question. Oh, go on.
I'm also going to go with Heath or Rhino, probably Heath, and I think they're gonna pick to go for the tag team titles. I think that'll be the title shot they cash in on. What do you think, Mo?
I think Rhino is gonna, even though he's first, I think he'll win it. Like Heath will like sacrifice himself in some way, or it's like I know that Rhino's got my back, and then Rhino wins after being number 1. Because I feel like that would be like an even bigger moment. Not only is he like he's not fired, his friend has a contract, but he started at number 1.
Yeah.
And
It
I
all the
feel
way
like
to
that
the
would
end.
turn out to be a feel good kind of moment.
Yeah,
for
we
people.
don't. I don't have an exact number how many there's going to be because it says to be determined. But let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This
So
is
we got 11 people, so it's probably going to be 20 people, I think. So we got 9.
The Gauntlet for the gold.
It's a Gauntlet for the gold match, but this one's called the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match because the winner can challenge for any championship they want. So this is going to be men
20.
and women competing in this against each other.
It's 20.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be 20. This is actually a little fun fact. At the very first Bound for Glory in 2005, Jeff Jarrett was originally supposed to win the NWA World Championship against Kevin Nash, but Kevin Nash got injured. And so what they did is they had a gauntlet for the gold. I think this was the first one, where the winner would challenge Jeff Jarrett later that night. And Rhino actually won that one. And he also won a Monsters Ball hardcore match. And then he also went on to beat Jeff Jarrett in the main event. So Rhino competed 3 times that night and walked out the champion. So Rhino does have experience of winning gauntlet matches at Bound for Glory.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going with Heath or Rhino. You're going. We all agree is Heath or Rhino is going to win this.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I feel like unless they want someone to like come out as just a major heel in this situation, or if they want to prolong like Heath Slater somehow trying to find a way to still be on Impact.
Well, Bound for Glory, it's their WrestleManias. It's usually where storylines come to end. So I think there's just going to be a lot of finality in some of these feuds.
Okay.
All right, the next match we got, it's Eddie Edwards versus Ken Shamrock. Now, you guys figure out why this match is happening. A number of weeks ago, Eddie Edwards was assaulted in the back by a mystery assailant, and it was revealed that mystery attacker was Ken Shamrock. And Shamrock was acting all remorseful for attacking Eddie Edwards, but Sami Callihan, his former adversary and now tag partner, was snapping him back the thing. And so it looks like Sami Callihan is manipulating Ken Shamrock and corrupting him to be more like him. And so tonight, Eddie Edwards gets a chance to get revenge against Ken Shamrock with Sami Callihan Shamrock's corner. So what I'm thinking is that Eddie Edwards is going to win. Callahan's going to get in Shamrock's face, and Shamrock's probably just going to punch him in the face or tap him out. What do you guys think?
From the sound of it, I don't know. I feel like probably Eddie Edwards is going to win. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the whole my concept of a slightly younger talent, younger talent going over or something like that. Yeah. But I feel like Ken could take the loss. I mean, dude's still like a beast at his age. I mean,
yeah, and he's being officially inducted in the Impact Hall of Fame for this weekend.
That's cool. But yeah, I say it's going to be Eddie. To be honest, Ken will probably get a lot in, but I think in the longer it's probably going to be Eddie that gets the win on Ken.
Anything, Mo?
I'm going with Eddie as well for pretty much the same reasons. I'm sure that there's going to be some parts where we'll see like classic Dangerous Man Ken pull off some stuff, and then everybody who knows about him will just be like, oh no, he's about to do it, and then it's like something happens that breaks it up, or he doesn't go like full rage mode, but it's enough to make him still show people that he's dangerous. But I'm still going with Eddie.
Okay, we all agree on Eddie Edwards. Next match, this is a match I'm looking forward to. It's EC3 versus Moose. Now, those of you guys who watched our Slammiversary thing, at the end of Slammiversary, EC3 appeared on screen to indicate he's back at Impact Wrestling. And the first person he decided to target was Moose, who has been parading around with the old TNA World Heavyweight Championship, proclaiming himself the real champion. And he's been defending that belt against a number of people. EC3, as we know his character, he's trying to destroy his past. And he sees Moose and that title, was the title he held when he was champion, as representatives past, and he's trying to destroy them. And so EC3's been playing mind games with Moose, and he keeps trying to get rid of the title if he did. And then EC3 stole the belt from Moose and then challenged Moose to try to find him. Then EC3 was standing on a bridge, and he said he was going to hold a funeral for the title. And he throws the title off the bridge as a way to free Moose. But on the next week's Impact, EC3 fooled Moose thinking he had gotten rid of the title. And he later confronted him at the same bridge. They brawled, and EC3 revealed he still had the title. So EC3 is playing mind games with Moose. He's trying to destroy his past and, in his words, free Moose from this delusion of being the fake world champion.
So now, go on. I was going to say, is this? Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, it's not for the title, no, because EC3 isn't recognized and he's trying to get rid of the title.
Right.
Uh,
No, that wasn't my question. Is this the first time EC3 is going to be in a match since initially leaving TNA/Impact?
you mean since leaving WWE?
No, since leaving TNA/Impact. Is this his first match back in Impact?
Oh, since he came back.
Yeah, since he came back. Is this his first match back since returning to Impact?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, what is that, like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, he left in 2018, which has been 2 years.
2 years. Okay, it feels like it because he was in WWE.
We don't. That was a terrible run.
Yeah.
And he also wrestled at the ring. He said he's a free agent. So he wrestled at the Ring of Honor October 19 TV tapings.
Right.
So
I mean,
he's wrestling in him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in story wise, it would make no sense if Impact did not sign like a current generation icon, back like EC3,
Yeah. So he'll be. I guess he'll be showing up in Ring of Honor a little bit, but I think he's mostly going to focus on Impact. I think it's EC3 is going to win this, and I don't know what's going to happen with Moose, but I think this is the time to finally get rid of that fake world title. Even though I personally do love the design of the old world title, like the current design is great, but I just love the old TNA world title design. So who do you think is going to win this match, guys?
Okay, so EC3. I'm going with EC3. Yep. Obviously, I feel like you're right in the fact that it's time to, like, I wouldn't say hang up the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, but like it's time for this whole Moose and a TNA World Heavyweight Championship thing to end. And I think EC3 is the perfect person to do it because of how tied of a legacy he has to that title.
Yeah, to that particular belt.
Yeah. My question is this going to be a cinematic match or is this going to be a legit singles match?
As far as I know, it's going to be a legit singles match.
Okay.
It takes place at an undisclosed location.
That's why I'm asking. Is this
Well, they are fighting in the Skyway Studios where they've been for a while since the pandemic started.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Because I was looking at match cards for this. It was like undisclosed location for this match. I'm like, is it going to be a cinematic match? I mean,
I didn't see that part. It might be if it's an undisclosed location. It might be a cinematic match. Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but no, I'd give it to EC3.
What do you think, Mo?
I think this storyline should go on for maybe 5 more months. So I'm gonna give it to Moose. I'm gonna give it to
PTSD.
All right. Just stretch this out as just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Got the ultimate trolling mode.
Going with
all right.
Moose.
So you're going with Moose. Moose. All right. Ooh. So next up, we have a 6-way intergender scramble match for the Impact X Division Championship. As the X Division champion, Rohit Raju will be defending the title against 5 other competitors, which will be Chris Bay, TJP, Trey Miguel, Willie Mack, and Jordan Grace.
Ooh, I can fill this one in because I watch I watch Cultaholic Wrestling. They did talk about this one a bit. I can explain this one. Why Jordan Grace is in this. Because recently the champion did an open challenge and Jordan Grace came out. They had a match. She won, but he called bullshit and he was able to get his title back. So now she's going to be involved in this match at Bound for Glory.
Okay. So yeah. Honestly, since this is a 6-way scramble match, it's hard to tell who's going to win this match, especially all the competitors are worthy of being X Division champion. Chris Bay, who, as you know, is Slamversary, the last thing we covered for Impact, he won the X Division title. I'm trying to remember who from. Oh, yeah, it's Willie Mack. I thought it was Willie Mack. Just making sure. So, yeah, he beat Willie Mack's Slamversary, but then just a few weeks later, he lost it to Rohit Raji, who's an Indian wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Jordan Grace is going to win, and she's going to become the first woman to hold the title. Because anyone who knows the character, she's portrayed as a really very strong and powerful, and to the point where she can compete against men like people in the past, like China or Beth Phoenix. And so I think it's going to be Jordan Grace. She's going to become the first woman to hold that title. What do you guys think?
I
I
think-
completely agree.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, I'm all for that. I feel like with what you guys have said so far about what has gone on in the past with this, like leading up to this match, it would I feel like it would only seem appropriate and make sense that Jordan Grace comes out on top. She may not like dominate every single person that is in that ring, like just knocking everyone out, brute forcing them, but I think she will come out on top.
Right. Okay, I have a question. How now did Rajit win the title off of Chris Bay with shenanigans or something like that? How did he win it exactly?
Trying to remember. He won it. Let's see. It was a triple threat match with TJP also involved, and I think he pinned. Can't remember who he pinned though. Let me see. It was at the special emergence 2-week event, and it was on night one. I didn't say who he pinned, but yeah, it was a triple threat match, and Rohit was able to take advantage, and he got the title.
Okay, just making sure. No, I agree. Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, because I didn't know if
Rohit was the guy who confronted Heath Slater at Slammiversary.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So we're all
but yeah,
going
no.
with Jordan Grace?
Yeah, Jordan Grace. If Bay lost the title because of shenanigans, then I would probably said Chris Bay. But since it was a triple threat match, and since that's technically no DQ, so anything really goes. Mostly everything really goes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace on this.
Okay. All right, next up, we got a fatal four-way tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Champions. The champions of Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, who made their return at Slammiversary. They will be defending titles against the Good Brothers of Gallows and Anderson, the North of Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, and the team of Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. And the Good Brothers has been feuding a lot with Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. They've been going back and forth. And they've gotten the North, who were the previous Impact World Tag Team Champions. They had lost the titles, the first Impact after Slammiversary, to the returning Motor City Machine Guns. So now all four teams are going to compete for the title. Honestly, I think it's going to go one of two ways. I think either the Good Brothers are going to win because they obviously brought them in to be like the new top tag team, or the heels of Ace Austin and Madman Fulton will pull out the win so the Good Brothers can try to get the belts off a heel team rather than a fatal four-way match. So what do you guys think?
I would say Good Brothers, honestly. I can't see a North winning them again anytime soon.
No, they held it for over a year.
Yeah, they held it for over a year. I don't think they're just going to throw it off. It's not going to be a New Day situation where like they just throw them on again eventually.
And
not for a while.
There are rumors that AEW is interested in Ethan Page. I think both Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, because FTR wants to face the North.
Yeah.
So I think one of their contracts are coming to an end soon.
So Good Brothers, though.
I think it'll be the Good Brothers because this is supposed to be a WrestleMania. Like, it won't be in scope because they'll be in an empty studio, but in terms of moments. So I think this is a good time for the Good Brothers to get the titles. What do you think, Mo?
What's ironic too is their favorite wrestling entrance is when like the Hardys came back at WrestleMania 33 because they were literally in the ring there to watch them come back. It was one of their favorite moments. Yeah. But no, sorry, off topic. No, Good Brothers. Obviously, Good Brothers.
All right, Good Brothers.
Who you would go for?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Good Brothers too. What do you think, Mo?
I think I want to go for the Motor City Machine Guns.
You think they're gonna retain?
I think so. I mean, it'll be a
guess you
tough
could-
win, but I
they-
think it'll be a win.
Well, if they do end up having a pay-per-view in January like they had the past 2 years, I guess maybe they could. I don't know. That would be 2 month build to the next pay-per-view. I don't know if you could really get 2 more months out of this current situation, but honestly, anything could happen. And it could always be maybe one of their Impact Plus pay-per-views. So yeah, it's a possibility. But yeah, so I'm going with Good Brothers, Prince is going with Good Brothers, and you're going with the Motor City Machine Guns. Okay.
Yep.
Next up, we got the Impact Knockouts Championship match. The champion Deonna Purrazzo will be defending the title against Kylie Ray. As people who watched the last TNA Impact pay-per-view we covered last time, Kylie Ray won the Women's Gauntlet match to earn a shot at the Impact Knockouts Championship. She's now getting that opportunity here at Bound for Glory. At the last Impact Plus event, Victory Road, Deonna Purrazzo was able to defend the title against Susie, aka Sue Young, who's Kylie Ray's friend. And so now Kylie Ray's getting an opportunity at the title. I think Kylie Ray's going to win. She was a great signing for Impact Wrestling because like nobody expected her to leave AEW, and then Impact was able to sign her, so it's a great signing for their women's division. I think it's going to be a good match. Impact's women's division, honestly, historically has always been great, but even like to this day, it's a fantastic division. So I expect this to be a good match. So I'm going Kylie Ray. What do you guys think?
So while at first I would 100% agree with you on Kylie Ray, the news did come out recently that Deonna Purrazzo has officially legitimately signed with Impact. So like this entire time she's been going off a contract, month-by-month contract basis, but she's fully signed with Impact now. So if before I was going to probably tell you Kylie Ray, because then that would be a great way to get it off for just in case like Purrazzo doesn't like sign, but she has signed. So, and like you just said, the women's division is very diverse in Impact. It's been one of the more diverse ones in all pro wrestling, honestly, based on what you've told me. So with that being said, while I'm going to love if Kylie Ray wins, my choice is going to be probably Deonna Purrazzo.
Okay.
Yeah, she's only had the title for what, like 3 months now?
Let me take a look. She won the title in July. She won at Slammiversary. Yeah, in July. Yeah.
Okay.
July,
So
August,
yeah,
September.
I'm going to go
for 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Purrazzo on this one.
Okay. What do you think, Mo?
I'm going with Purrazzo as well. I feel like it's Kylie's good, but I feel like with how their styles, Deonna would be more of the winner in this outcome.
All right. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I could see Deonna Purrazzo winning because, as we know, the character Susie, which is like the more timid, alter ego, the more sadistic, demonic Sue Young, I could see her pushing Susie so far to the point where Sue Young makes a comeback and you could have Sue Young going after Deonna Purrazzo. So I can see that happening. So yeah, I think it can go either way. All right. And last but not least, I think it's a pretty good chance this is going to be our main event. Eric Young will be defending the Impact World Championship against Rich Swann. Now, for those of you who didn't watch Slammiversary out there, what ended up happening is at Slammiversary, both Eric Young and Rich Swann made their return to promotion during the Fatal 4-Way Impact World, Fatal 5-Way Impact World Championship match for the vacant title. Swann was returning from injury, and Eric Young was returning after being away for a few years in WWE. There's another guy who's probably glad he's back in Impact Wrestling. And that match was during the match, Rich Swann was able to catch Eric Young and eliminate from the match. Eric Young lost his stuff and beat up Rich Swann to the point where it caused him to be eliminated. And then just a few weeks later, the match ended up being won by Eddie Edwards. A few weeks later, Eric Young was able to beat Eddie Edwards for the championship on Impact. And then he beat him again at Victory Road. And so now Rich Swann begged for an opportunity to get his hands on Eric Young for the title here at Bound for Glory, and he was granted it. So now we got Young versus Swann trying to get revenge and win his very first world championship. I think it's going to be a great match. Both guys are very talented. And I think Rich Swan's going to win. I think they're going to end it on a happy note. I think Rich Swan's going to become the new Impact World Champion. What do you guys think?
You can come on.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking it's like maybe Eric Young, but then I was like, if they wanted to change stuff up and make this a good final note, then Swan would win. So I think Swan's gonna win this. It's gonna be messed up as hell, but he'll win it.
All right, what do you think?
Yeah, I guess I will go with Swan. Part of me wouldn't be surprised if Young retains, but like, why not? A little bit. You're making history already, most likely by giving Grace the X Division title. You might as well like give somebody else a piece of that history by letting Rich Swann win the Impact World Championship. So yeah, I'll go with Swan.
Yep, and let me see. I'll make sure I'm accurate about this. Yeah, if Rich Swann, he'd only be the second person of African descent to become TNA World Champion after Bobby Lashley. And I think maybe third person overall to be a world champion in TNA. I think, yeah, Ron Killings, who's now known as R-Truth, he was champion in the early days of TNA. So he'd be the third black man to be world champion in TNA's Impact's history.
Yeah.
And both men are very talented. Rich Swann was great in the X Division in WWE. So I think it'd be really cool to see him become a world champion. So, yeah, that's all the matches for tonight. I think it's going to be a good show. Impact has not disappointed me in a long while. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys expecting a great show?
Yeah.
Expecting some good hits.
All right.
Some good hits.
All right, let's get ready for Bound for Glory 2020. See you on the main show.
Yeah, here are reactions.
Sorry. Here we go.
You saw an image. You had a vision. You did not comprehend the message. They were lies that told a deeper truth. For all my pains, I get this. A curtain of my own sins. I will burn this mother down.
Ooh.
I find comfort in your misery. I find solace. My solace is you.
Well, they came back as a sanity character. It's what he should have been in WWE.
Yeah.
Of my own decisions. BFG will be the last time anyone sees Rich Swann. This world doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us.
The NFL has their Super Bowl. Hollywood has the Oscars.
Yeah, you're definitely like 3 seconds ahead of me, Nick.
Welcome everyone to Bound
I
for Glory.
I understand the significance of saying that, but I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Bound for Glory.
Every promotion seems to do that.
Oh, we're starting with the X Division title match. TJP, another guy who is benefiting for going back to Impact.
TJP, a former X Division champion, all set to compete in this 6-person X Division scramble matchup. This one, Don, I've been excited for weeks and weeks. Impact Wrestling pay-per-views tend to kick off with X Division matches. And a match like this one might just steal the show. Yeah, this is a guy that I have picked tonight to be successful. I love me some TJP.
Oh, Don Callis is on commentary. Good.
You know, it's funny when somebody younger you can tell when they don't have tattoos and then they show up with tattoos. Okay, it just skipped ahead. Now I'm on Chris Bay showing up.
It was probably your feed.
Yeah, it's repeating. Bay is Bay. Huh.
I think you absolutely could, because once you do it once, it's easier to do it a second time. Chris Bay, very confident young man. We'll see if Bay can become champion again in his career. This time, he looks incredible. Commentary House, Trey, let's just get right to the chase. Yeah. Trey's your favorite rascal, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely. He's my favorite rascal, too, and we'll see if Trey McCown can become X Division champion. We saw the other two members of the Rascals compete earlier tonight live on Access TV. How cool was that? Countdown to glory.
Oh, so now we know who won the pre-show match. Okay.
Short against the Deaners. I wasn't working with Matt Stryker. You know, it was great.
Oh, Matt Stryker was on the pre-show. Cool. Should watch the pre-
From Austin, Texas, Jordan Grace. It was not too long ago on Impact that we thought Jordan Grace was X Division champion. She pinned Rohit, she had the championship, and then that coward, he came out and said, no, the Defeat Rohit challenge isn't for the championship, title's not on the line, and he took the championship belt back. Did Jordan Grace become a legitimate champion tonight? Sure she could.
Chocolate Thunder, Willie Mack.
Central Los Angeles, California.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
See that shirt that Willie's wearing right now? I do. You can actually own that shirt when Bound for Glory is over tonight. You have to go to Facebook. We'll be live on Facebook on Impact's
The
official.
most dangerous thing he has right now is what's in his hands. It's not his fists. It's not his legs. It's that pick.
I'm excited. You and I can pool our paychecks together and just buy everything. Yeah, I need an extra medium though.
I've never heard a company shill a very by the book standard wrestling t-shirt. I mean, it's nice, it's fine. It's like, you can get this t-shirt. I'm like, it's a fine t-shirt. I mean,
That's a really cool jacket.
He thought he was done with everybody in the ring. He got to the back and Scott DeMoor was waiting for him and said, "You like giving opportunities so much? How about an opportunity?"
Yeah, Rohit came into the company. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Tiger Jeet Singh. You guys know who Tiger Jeet Singh is, right?
the what?
Tiger Jeet Singh. He's a legendary wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He
Sounds
mostly wrestled.
familiar.
He's known as wrestling in Japan. Let's see. Yeah, he was involved with a number of things. Let's see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to lose my cool there a bit. It skipped ahead again for me. I don't know why.
No way, I was mistaken. Not Tiger Jeet Singh. Gama Singh. Gama Singh
Oh,
is
son of a bitch.
Yeah, Gama Singh is a legendary Indo-Canadian wrestler. He's wrestling He's mostly known for wrestling in Stampede Wrestling in Canada.
Yeah.
He came in to Impact just 8 with a number of Indian stars, and they were all called the Desi Hit Squad.
Yeah.
And he brought in, and Rohit was a member of that. Oh, Gama Singh, his nephew is Jinder Mahal.
Just as big.
No, you don't, Chris.
Spanish and German. I speak all those languages.
Yeah. There's currently 3 members of the Desi Hit Squad. There were 3 other members, but they're no longer with the company. Yeah, the current members is Raj Singh, who's Gama Singh's son, Rohit, Raju, and Mahabali Shira.
That's interesting. I don't think TJP often gets in a ring with.
Sorry, it just did it to me a third time where it repeated a segment.
Are you watching them fight?
What are you watching it on? Oh, fight.
These guys
Oh.
still remind me of superheroes that I used to read about as a kid.
Working fine for me. That's weird.
Still read comic books. Look at this.
I was looking at caught it. I know I hit OBS. OBS wasn't recording. Luckily, I caught it just as his match was starting.
He can win this match. That was like a 916, a 619 in reverse. Point of the chin from Trey Miguel.
Is it your internet
I
connection?
missed you, Don.
Have you?
Ah,
We should hang out more.
Trey, well, it's like
Man.
a weekly broadcast.
Go to a ball game.
Nonetheless,
Maybe camping. Look at this.
So those of you who don't know, our viewers out there who doesn't know Impact's history, the X Division is what brought back cruiserweight high-flying style wrestling back, honestly, to its fruition after WCW closed down their cruiserweight division. WWE's first version of their cruiserweight division, it started off good with Rey Mysterio and all them. By the end, they didn't give a shit about it, to the point where Gregory Helms had held the title for 385 days and he barely defended it. But the X Division put the high-flying stuff on the map in American wrestling again.
Here's a cover. Hooks the outside leg, and Willie kicks out at 2.
Gordon Grace is good.
Back and forth these athletes go, all for the
Jeez.
opportunity.
Ooh, they're not going easy on her at all.
Now, Willie did not hesitate to
Yeah, I can tell.
slam Gordon Grace there. He's not messing around.
TJP comes back inside the ring.
TJP,
the most unique
the
individuals
first
on the
NXT
roster.
Cruiserweight Champion.
Wow. Talk about everything he can do inside the ring, and TJP, Don, I mean, I'd be buying stock in this young man. He's got Trey Miguel and Willie.
The last time I saw
Oh,
something
that's
close
clever.
to this setup, someone got an elbow drop.
Hooked in there now.
Oh, shit.
Modified.
He's got 3 submissions on 3 different
He's
guys.
got a submission hold on 3 men.
Yeah.
The only problem is, well,
Oh, wait. Oh,
look,
And now he's got a side headlock on Jordan Grace.
Wait.
TJP is
Oh.
literally fighting 4 athletes. What a clothesline by Jordan Grace and
I was
TJP.
gonna say the problem with this triple submission.
He's got submission on him.
Full advantage.
look at Rohit.
God damn.
Champion Rohit back inside the ring.
See, I like
He's a good
Rohit's
slimy
strategy
heel.
here. He kind of stayed out of that and then just came as the spot picker that he is.
Did you notice that the spotlight this week leading up to Bound for Glory, it was all over Rohit. He was featured in Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
He's been talked about by so many different news and media outlets right now. Do you think it's going to Rohit's head?
Oh, I mean, it was to when Rohit was losing all his matches, he had a big head. So imagine now as champion.
Rohit.
And I'll say this about Rohit, Josh.
Yeah.
He might not be quite as athletic as Chris Bay. He's not as smooth as TJP. But what he is a wrestler without a lot of flaws. He can go any style, and he knows how to roughhouse.
You've got 3 competitors down right now.
Ooh, nice.
Jordan Grace.
Very nice.
Cut with the clothesline there. The opening contest.
Did he just yell out equality?
Yeah, he did. Oh, Rohit's great.
It's late October. Bound for Glory.
Equality.
Oh, and Rohit comes flying in.
He just did the Austin thing.
It's been all Rohit for the last
The heck?
5 minutes, hasn't it?
He's very confident right now. We'll see if Rohit can retain his championship. You know, Rohit has an opportunity here to kind of wipe the slate clean, get rid of all of his rivalries in one match. Suplex. Here comes Rohit. There's a cover on Jordan Grace, who pops free at 2.
She's got some spunk, don't she?
Jordan Grace has to be considered a bit of a wild card in this match, doesn't she?
Looking at
I
Rohit,
think it's
he,
like
She
I
got
think,
some spunk, don't she?
He-
really not.
I think of him
she's at
as
target
like
just
if
everyone else.
Keegan Michael
I think
Key
here, I
decided
think
to
what
be
Jordan-
a wrestler.
She's healthy.
Really? Okay, I'm kind of seeing that now.
Savvy when you're in there.
Now that you say that.
Champion Jordan
Oh,
Oh
Ooh.
my gosh.
Willie Mack.
Jesus.
made him limp
Damn.
for a little bit.
Trey Miguel.
Oh, he dead. He dead.
Spinning back elbow.
Are you a couple seconds behind?
Wow, look at that. Come on. What a freak athlete is Willie Mack.
Yeah, I'll see about refreshing my stream after this match is over.
Absolutely amazing. And Rohit stops short.
What?
Oh.
Willie says,
Yeah,
"All right."
he's crossed all these men.
Who's popular in the dressing
And
room,
Jordan.
one way I can put it nicely.
Yeah, and Jordan. Yeah.
And now the champion taking his shots.
I love that. Ah, come on.
Hey, with a big kick.
Take the powder, get out of the ring here.
Yeah, but the other 4 guys on the apron, they're not going to stand here and let Willie become champion.
I don't think so.
Willie looking for a standing moonsault. Here, a little dance.
You know, Willie Mack went to a WWE tryout and they turned him down because they didn't like his body shape.
Eh,
So much happening here tonight.
Hey, they lost out.
Championship matches.
yeah, that's how I look at it.
Hall of Fame induction.
Willie
I'm
Mack-
kind of mad AEW didn't jump on the chance to grab Ben Carter.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
What a
I
class
still have to watch that dark
act.
match Roberta recommended for me that involved Ben Carter. Ooh.
No, it was just a really special.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
Jordan Grace able to connect there on both TJP and Rohit.
Ooh.
Grace trying to take care of business.
Who else is flying?
TJP had eyes inside.
Oh,
the ring.
Jesus.
It's Willie Mack Brooks.
I'll tell you, Willie's the
Come on,
when he does that helo dive over the top rope.
Yeah, but
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, I like-
Ow.
you didn't see it when that
Don Callis is called a D-Lo dive. You point out D-Lo Brown used to do that.
Watch this. Watch what's coming up next.
So I love
Streaming out, never to be outdone. TJP says
Don
it.
Callis, rest of the story.
Oh. Trey is such an amazing athlete. Lands on his
Yeah, I didn't notice they gave Trey his last name back. I think he's the only one of the Radicals that has his last name back.
TJP's been wrestling since he was, what, 14 years old?
Yes, sir.
So you're talking about a guy with a lot of experience. You're gonna have to get
Ooh, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh! Oh!
Chris
Oh.
drop kick to Trey, who is on the shoulders of TJP.
Oh. Okay, they look okay. They look okay. They look okay.
I mean, they look okay. Trey could have almost like fucked up his head.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh my stream for a quick sec, see if I can catch up with everybody
Now
else.
that's impressive.
And we're gonna mute.
Willie
Ooh.
Mack is down. Jordan Grace is down. Rohit's down. Trey's down. Bay's down. And here comes TJP Rohit with a big
Yeah,
time.
I'm still behind. I don't get this.
Handful of tights, and Rohit nearly stole the victory.
Yeah, Trey and Grace are the only ones in this match who have never been exited as a champion.
That Rohit throws
Yeah.
into his game, hooking the tights quickly, nearly got a 3.
And now TJP.
TJP.
So dangerous with these submissions.
Ooh.
It's an interesting pin.
Jordan Grace broke it up.
That was a Mahi Straw crucifix slam, I believe.
That was amazing. Oh, what a big time
That was a mouthful.
collision in the corner between Jordan Grace
Honestly, anything can happen.
and Trey Miguel.
If Tessa Blanchard could become Impact World Champion, Jordan Grace could become X-Division Champion.
It's Jordan Grace.
Anything's
is something
possible.
else.
She really is. Other than Willie Mack, I would say she's probably.
Recently,
the most
Impact
powerful wrestler in this match.
granted Daga's release, Tessa Blanchard's fiance's release.
Now you've got
Yeah.
Trey Miguel and Jordan Grace teetering on the top rope. Chris Bay coming in now. Here comes TJP. TJP takes care of Bay. Situation developing here in the corner.
Everybody wants to suplex him off.
Thanks for coming, TJP.
No, I want to suplex him. No, I want to suplex him.
Toledo.
No, I want to hurt Karana. What's wrong with you?
Oh, Jordan Grace! Ouch! That's great.
Jordan Grace assisted in that.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty cool.
Every time now there's
Uh-oh,
a situation
Rohit.
for somebody to win, Rohit gets involved.
Equality!
And Rohit with a stomp to Jordan Grace.
Equality! Wait, did he hit it?
The cover on Jordan. Hooks
One,
Grace.
2.
It's broken up by Willie Mack.
And I don't know, I couldn't tell. Did Jordan look like she was going to kick out there if Willie had not made the save?
But-
It was a smart move and with the
It doesn't-
because he grabbed both of her arms knowing how close she was to the
Yeah.
bottom rope.
Rick looking. With all that's going on.
She was close to the ropes. Wait, isn't this a no disqualification, technically?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Kicks out the leg.
Oh, road brakes still apply.
Schoolboy.
Okay, I don't.
Stunner!
There's Chris Bay. Where's he going?
Ooh!
Out of the corner.
Flying cutter.
Willie was closing on the victory. He's got a hold of Trey. He's got a
What?
storied past. Quite the rivalry. And Trey connects to the back of Chris Bay.
Oh,
Oh, Mo. Thought we lost you.
He ducks the line. TJP comes in, and TJP with an octopus-style submission. Look at the arm and how far bent it is.
Ooh.
Jordan Grace stops that. TJP sits out, hooks the
Ooh.
ankle. Here we go. She may tap out.
Modified knee bar there.
Jordan Grace in trouble. Jordan Grace is looking for another competitor to break this up and try to get to the bottom row. And Trey McDowell just became the best.
Oh, got him.
of Jordan Grace.
come on.
Trey now. He's caught. We gotta take TJP.
The kid, the best friend of Jordan Grace.
As he's got this hold of Trey. And
Oh.
Jordan Grace sits on.
It's been a good match.
We've got the over
Oh.
us losing our voices at match number 1.
No kidding.
Trey misses with a roundhouse. Jordan Grace for the Grace driver. Here we go. Exhibition.
Grace Driver!
Jordan Grace is going to do it. Shoulders down,
Oh.
and Rohit saves his title at 2. There's a reversal. Jordan Grace sends Rohit out to the floor.
I could see Rohit sneaking out a win and then them having a one-on-one match at Impact. I don't
Grace
know.
up on the top. Oh, wow.
You know, these
You can only
multi-man
do
match.
so many. Here, people can watch the Impact so we can get more viewers, kind of thing.
Whoa! Oh! Frog splash.
The Lakers won the NBA title.
Ooh!
Rohit says, I don't think so. Gonna play spoiler and retain my title tonight.
Great strategy.
Yeah.
He's-
He snuck out a win. Yeah, I should have thought about the fact that chaotic matches that he could sneak out a win.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's probably
I
gonna
can't-
face. He'll probably face Jordan Grace one-on-one again.
If I watched as frequently as you did, Nick, I probably would have more of a reaction towards his win. But that was a good match. That was a good opener.
Yeah,
You know when.
but you gotta
when
think of
his stream was
Raheat.
I like
I mean, he's good at being a jackass.
He used his brain to win that, man.
I mean, only somebody like him would scream out equality.
Scream
That's
out
funny.
equality and then smack a woman.
We're just getting started. This is Bound for Glory. It's the biggest night of the year for us here at Impact Wrestling. We thank you for joining us around the world. Let's
You
take a
know,
look.
people wonder, is there, oh, why does it Impact have extras in the crowd like WWE and AEW? But they're in Nashville right now, so they might be dealing with different laws in Tampa and Orlando. Not Tampa. Where's AEW? Fort Lauderdale? Jacksonville. They're in Jacksonville and Orlando. I don't know what the laws are in Nashville right now about that.
Well, I believe no matter where you go, you must carry a bottle of Nashville hot sauce. It's not related to anything, but I believe you have to just carry it around just in case.
I don't think I've ever been to Nashville. I've been to Memphis. I went to Graceland. That was a long time ago, though. I was a kid when I did that.
How about this one, folks? It's
Fatal 4-way. That should be a good match, too. Honestly, all the matches on this card look good. That was a good opening match.
Don't they typically kind of make the X Division?
The opening match?
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually. It's a good way to open up the show. Young versus Swan.
World champion, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier today, you saw it on the live countdown to glory.
Look at that red suit.
Of the challenger, the arrival of Rich.
What do you think of that suit, Mo?
Ready to go. Rich challenges for the championship.
I just think of how hot it's got to be.
Oh, Follow Ball.
Okay, can somebody help us with our audio?
I love Follow Ball. He's hilarious.
Wedding.
The check for the
What wedding?
when you,
Oh, between
Wait.
Rosemary and the referee guy.
Rosemary referee guy. Okay.
There she is, my little gargoyle.
Do you remember at Slamversary where he entered the match twice?
No problem.
Oh, what's his name?
The gargoyle, 19th century one, the
Johnny Bravo. That's his name.
Bala messed it up. It's no big deal. We may have to get married in the ring. Is that okay?
Yeah, they did a show from.
We don't care when we get married as long as it's to sweet, virginal you.
That's what I love about you. Back kisses.
Looks good, right? I see that right there. Dude, Bravo straight up sucks. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, the Deaners. I love the Deaners.
Groomzilla. Yeah, I know what that means.
Now listen, are
Oh
you
my god, I love it. I just can't wait. I love it. Scott. So cute. The castle, the darkness, and the battle.
Hey, anybody that's in the corner shot Gauntlet? You're up
That,
right now.
that's an outfit on Ty Valkyrie. Damn. John Morrison's a lucky man.
Swing, man, aren't you in this?
I got a double shot, Daddy. Nick Goulis, he's cheap, but the gimmicks are great.
Well, as we know, weddings usually go wonderful in wrestling.
Yes.
Heath Slade, baby.
It's just Heath now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's still Heath Slater, though.
You ready for this? Bound for glory, man. We're here.
I'm sorry that I lost last Tuesday, and I know that put me in the #1 spot.
Did anybody else find out weird?
Hey,
Wait, what's that?
Right now, you hear me?
It-
When they go 3, 2, 1, now go.
You open the back
Like-
doors for me every damn week. You got eyes open for me. You help me.
They started up, they cut it, and then they did a retake.
Sorry for what?
We're back for glory. Where's the man face at? Where's the man face?
Okay, Nick, could you turn down yours a bit?
The sound was low at the beginning of that.
Oh. Oh, it's because they're yelling out.
20 warriors, 1 prize. The choice to battle for any.
Oh, so I guess it is 12. It's going to be 12 in this.
The Call Your Shot Gauntlet match.
This would be interesting. This would be another intergender match.
And here are the rules. 2 wrestlers start in the ring. Once all 20 have entered and battled, the final 2 survivors will then compete in a one-on-one.
Yeah, they've had
singles
Impact's had a number of great gauntlet matches over the years.
challenge for any Impact Championship at the time of their choosing.
Any title they're
These
choosing.
10 combatants are known: Heath, Rhino, Hernandez, AC Romero, Larry Dean, Tennille Dashwood, Taya Valkyrie, Brian Myers, Tommy Dreamer, Havoc. The other 10, we won't know until the clock counts.
Oh, the
down
other's
to
20.
0.
Okay.
And this year, not 1 but 2 contracts will be on the line. If Heath or Rhino win, Heath will finally be offered a contract with Impact Wrestling. But if neither wins, both wrestlers will be gone from the company they so badly want to be a part. Opportunity to compete for championship gold.
Pressure's on for Heath and Rhino.
So does the fate of 2 men's illustrious careers.
So what's going to happen here tonight, folks? Who will be the victor in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? 20 will enter. Only 1 can win. Only 1 will be able to call their shot. It's live right now at Bound.
All right, here we go. Gauntlet match. Rhino's got to start.
Introducing the first 2 participants in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
And Rhino's got to go through 20 guys and girls. Yeah, it's interesting that they have both men and women in this match.
I love how his Twitter handle still has a Y instead of an I.
It'd probably be annoying to have changed all of his social media. Oh, Davari!
Sean Davari! He's here! In Impact Wrestling!
Oh, I guess-
Is that
Yeah, wow. I used to look like that job.
Yeah, he was Colley's manager, but
Jesus Christ!
yeah, he's been in Impact Wrestling before. He used to wrestle as Sheik Abdul Bashir, and he was a 2-time X-Division champion.
And apparently he grinded out a slab of meat on his chest. Good lord.
Yeah. Well, remember he showed up at that Saudi Arabia show?
Yeah, I remember what he looked like then. He didn't look like that then.
Yeah, he must be working out during the pandemic. I mean,
Jeez.
he's got plenty of time on his hands, I guess.
I guess, because good lord.
Interesting, he's going by his real name and not his old Impact name, Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
Yeah, I like that part. Look at Rhino firing back here.
I feel like for certain wrestlers, if you're known for a certain gimmick or character or whatever, then you'd show up as that. But if you're more just known in general for your wrestling, and why not?
Yeah, and I guess like he's not wearing the full getup he used to do when he was Sheikh Abdul Bashir. But yeah, he was a great X-Men champion. He was a good heel.
Well, I think Daivari thought he was.
He had a good feud with that Eric Young.
But Rhino is insane, and I know that from first-hand experience. And look, he's roughing this kid up. Aren't they told to stay?
So yeah, Daivari's an Impact now. That's another good wrestler to have.
Yeah.
Oh, what a clothesline! There into the post. Wow! Oh God! What are these two doing?
Oh, he's trying to injure his hand.
What's going on around here? This is chaos.
That was horrible.
Bedlam, anarchy.
Calling Mr. Barry and complaining.
That's probably going to factor in.
To Daivari, the first two to enter the Call Your Shot.
I've always liked Rhino. He's a great talent.
So many places to go around here, Don, and they just come over here to us.
And man, his gore is one of the best spears I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he has a good spear.
Yeah, it's like you have to call it the gore. He just gores doing, dude. Honestly, one of my favorite spears is Lashley's because he flips the dude when he hits him with it.
For Rhino, I think what works is his size.
Yeah, this is Larry D.
Look at these two horses now.
Here comes Big Larry D.
It's not often Rhino's in there with someone that is as powerful as him, but I think that's the case right now.
Splash by Larry.
Yeah, I like Impact's roster. It's a good mix of names and younger unknowns.
That's a great strategy. Get Rhino out of there.
Eliminate the former world champion.
Rhino so powerful in the lower body.
Oh man, I didn't realize he's been wrestling that long. Larry D's been wrestling since 2002.
Jeez. How old is he?
He's 36.
1 minute. That goes by pretty quickly with 3 seconds to go. Who's going to be fourth?
He's been with Impact.
Wait, that was a minute?
Crazy Steve!
It's, Christian, it's a minute in wrestling time, so.
Man, Crazy Steve, I think he has like a form of glaucoma, so he's actually going blind a little bit.
Yeah, he came out, it was like a month or so ago, like revealing how he gets around in the ring alone.
Yeah, he's now legally blind and he can't drive. So he's slowly losing his sight, which is really sad.
I know his buddy is Dan
Man, my favorite run to Crazy Steve when he, Abyss, and Rosemary were Decay. That was a great team. That was a great feud with the Broken Hardys.
Now Rhino's playing smart here. Taking his time.
4 seconds to go.
Okay, come on, that was not a minute. How is that a minute?
You gotta let it go.
Look at this size of this dude. AC Romero. That is a big fucking dude.
Yeah, I remember him. He was at Double or Nothing last year.
Yeah, he was in the Casino Battle Royal. He's been with Impact since
Big hug.
He's been with Impact since October 2019. Yeah, he feuded with Larry D and he formed a tag team with him, which is called Triple XL.
Rhino on the inside with Larry D.
Rhino has proven very
Are they still a tag team? I think they are.
With those big, powerful legs.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
I mean, they both came out to the same theme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that. Yeah, you guys, Kristen, you remember that video from an Impact was doing that Wrestle House thing, and they had a huge brawl throughout the house with the Deaners?
Yeah.
That was fun. Did you not see that? I could have sworn you did. Oh, I love it. Tanel Dash was. This is a great signing.
She's such a rock star.
WWE messed up letting her go.
Social media followers.
That's a lot. What's that? Do you follow? I don't have a cell phone.
He's like, no, I'm not getting in there. Oh, she's gonna pull the whole "I'm not getting in the ring" thing.
Will she enter the ring? Tenille doesn't care about this match. She's out here for the selfies.
Oh, she's the first woman to come out.
And everything around the ring.
Oh yeah, it's Caleb Conley as her photographer.
Costume is worth, Josh, more than our lights. She's got to be careful.
Called him a costume.
He's now working for Tanel Dashwood as Caleb with a K.
Right now.
Jeez. This guy better be paid good enough to go into a ring with gigantic, big, beefy men to ask them to move aside for the female,
Caleb,
for the chick waiting outside.
Is Caleb wrestling on behalf of Tanel? Is that how it's working?
And we've got knockouts in Gauntlet for the gold.
Freaking Havoc.
Caleb with the K.
Oh, look at that high kick from Havoc.
Former knockouts champion and Havoc and AC Romero.
So this is
Here we go.
gotta give it to Impact. They do love mixing the genders, but this is
Well, they don't do it all the time. They haven't been doing that really soon.
It's more prominent
There goes Caleb.
in the last few TNA or the last few Impact pay-per-views that I've seen. It has been more of a thing compared to any of the other promotions.
At least the women who do face the men, you can believably see them be like holding their own. Brian Myers, former Kurt Hawkins. Yeah, Zack Ryder, his contract with AEW expired, so he's a free agent again. He did say that he was not going to re-team with Brian Myers on the outside WWE, but honestly, I'd like to see them team up again.
Yeah, on Talking Shop, he did joke how like, why would I do it? Why would I sign with him again? Team up with him again? I already have to deal with him like on my own time enough as it is because of the podcast.
Yeah, they got that wrestling action figure podcast. Oh, it's just an action figure podcast, right?
Yeah. He's like, I already have to deal with him, outside of wrestling enough as it is. I don't want to deal with him more in wrestling.
Hawkins and Ryder were a great tag team, but they would be never good. It's Hornswoggle!
Ah, thanks for kind of spoiling it.
I'm sorry.
Swoggle.
But yeah, because they would be trademark Hornswoggle.
But yeah, his handle is still WWE Hornswoggle.
Have a low center of gravity,
Swoggle, bro, what's up, bro?
Oh.
And Daivari.
Little mini stunner.
Swoggle.
Oh, what'd you catch up?
Isn't that adorable?
Okay. Now that's how you swoggle, folks. That's how you swoggle.
Oh, just wait a couple seconds.
Entered at number 9 and eliminated at number 2.
Bye. It's like, bye.
That was fun. That was funny.
But it's Brian Myers.
Yeah. Tommy Dreamer. Sorry, I said it wrong. Oh, he's wearing Road Warrior Animals face paint because for tribute. Oh, that's nice. The T-shirt Tommy Dreamer's wearing, all the proceeds go to Animal's family.
Dreamer sent for the ride.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost Road Warrior Animal recently. Legion, Doom, or Tag Team in Heaven. Kicking ass.
Oh, I just realized his haircut too.
Yeah, it's cut like Animals.
Dreamer's hair could get any worse, but it did.
I can't really see the shirt. So yeah. Yeah, all the shirts go to Animals Family, which is really nice.
Dreamer doing with Swan?
The Road Warriors have actually wrestled a few times in TNA. They had a match with Team 3D, the Dudley Boys. Oh, no, wait.
Oh, they're gonna do a mini Doomsday device.
They did a mini Doomsday device. That's great.
And
Alicia Edwards, Eddie Edwards' wife.
Alicia Edwards enters at number 11. Now, of everyone in the ring right now, I'll tell you this. She has the worst mean streak of anyone in this match. Of all these people? Of all these people.
She got the stop sign, the handicap sign that Tommy Dreamer brought out.
What kind of a deviant steals a handicap parking sign, Josh?
Kendo stick. Myers and Dreamer have been embroiled in a rivalry. And Myers
Do it! Do it.
Oh, good, he's out.
He's been eliminated. Alicia with a kendo stick to the back. And Alicia Edwards, she better swing for Pope. Myers.
Yeah, this is great.
The New York native.
Oh.
I love this. So Ryan Myers is showing us who he is tonight, Josh.
Myers has eliminated everybody.
Yeah, Impact's been booking Brian Myers really well. They're actually treating him like a real competitor when WWE treating him like a joke.
Accompanied by Tasha Steele, Kiera Hogan.
Kiera Hogan.
Kiera Hogan.
The hottest flame will enter the Call Your Shot Gauntlet at number 12 with her good friend Tasha Steele. And look at Myers and Tenille are taking a selfie
For
right
those of you who watch Women of Wrestling, Kiera Hogan competes in that promotion.
Cool.
I think she's the current tag team champion.
I love that they're taking pictures together. And
yeah, that's her gimmick right now. She just wants. She's a paparazzi addict.
Yeah, social media influencer.
Yeah.
What's the record, Josh?
Where is it? Women of Wrestling. Yeah. Yeah, Kiera Hogan, under the ring name Fire, is one half of the Women of Wrestling Tag Team Champions with Diamante, who's under the name Adrenaline, and they're actually a couple.
Bravo's dressed. I have no idea how Bravo's dressed.
Dressed nicely.
His bride is. Well, why is everybody going out this way? Oh, unlucky 13.
Well, like I say again, that outfit, damn.
She's a mean person, Josh.
She held the Knockouts Championship history.
Of course, this is doing so much to them.
It was clever.
Oh, look at Triple XL in the corner.
It's been a fun match.
Now wait to see who's next. Call Your Shot Gauntlet. We know who will enter at number 20. That's Hernandez.
Kind of wondering though, when Taya's contract runs up, it should go to be with her husband John Morrison.
Well, I mean, has she been in WWE in some capacity?
I don't believe so. I don't. Father Ba! I love that guy.
You know what he's got underneath that shirt, don't you, Don?
No.
It's a wad of cash.
Oh, nice.
A big wad of cash.
I can hold on to that.
Stolen while he was in the shower.
Oh, she did have a tryout in 2011, but they didn't sign her.
Well, that doesn't count.
Yeah. Yeah, she's won titles all around the world.
Call Your Shot
Prominent.
Gauntlet.
Well, probably in Mexico.
And Kiera Hogan trying to hang on, and she's on the apron.
She's the current AAA Reina de Reinas champion in her third reign.
And her third Reinas.
Ooh.
That
Yeah, she
sounded like it hurt.
She won the top from Tessa Blanchard. Oh, Larry D. Oh, Triple XL.
Oh!
James Storr's back in Impact! Oh shit, James Storr's back!
Wait, is he here? Yeah!
James Storr! Oh, I'm so fucking happy. James Storr's back in Impact Wrestling.
Cool. Yeah, there was a rumor that like he may have been rethinking his signing again with NXT, and that he actually because of prior commitments, he actually missed the email to be a part of the Royal Rumble match this year.
Oh, really? I think he said he was supposed to do some work for NXT, but the pandemic messed that up.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a one-time thing or not, but this is
was
awesome.
Nice.
I hope
nice.
James Storm's back.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he did have that one reign as world champion, but it only lasted 8 days because Robert Roode betrayed him. So I like to see him get a real run with the Impact World title. Oh, that was a big mistake.
Adam Thornstowe, one half of Reno Scum, and who's got hooligan tattooed on his nose.
I thought you said Stone. Okay, so.
He really is.
Yeah, Reno Scum's a good tag team. They originated, I think, on the West Coast.
To call your own title shot.
I think they must wrestle in Nevada.
Hangs in the balance here this evening.
All right, what's Follow Ball's deal?
He likes he headbutts people, and then he hits it. He goes bah bah bah. He's just really funny.
And Brian Myers trying to eliminate James Storm.
Yeah, I remember one time, like on his Tron, he had he still has his logo as a panda, him as a panda. Oh, here goes the other half of Reno Scum.
Earlier we saw the team of
Whoa! Yeah, he has a very interesting hairstyle.
Reno Scum.
Reno Scum. They want to be Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Why is Paula Boss still hiding that cash in his shirt? What's he gonna do with it?
I don't know. Maybe it'll turn out it's a brick.
Maybe he'll pay his way out of this. I don't.
Let's see. But yeah, it's really awesome. James Storm's back.
That's pretty cool.
And I actually wasn't expecting.
And we are just seconds.
Honestly, yeah, there's always surprise interest in these kind of things.
Now in this match here, you've got AC and Fala, and I'm looking.
Yeah, I hope this isn't just a one-time appearance.
Four-man job to get either one of those guys.
So we got
Heath.
Oh, that's Heath.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Heath. Rhino's still in this.
Damn, you can definitely tell he built himself up.
Yeah.
He bulked up.
It's nice to come into one of these things fresh, especially when you got guys like Rhino, Brian Myers, who've been in there a long time.
Exactly.
Oh, it's funny on I keep bringing up the podcast, but on Talking Shop Mania again, they interview various people during the recording of Talking Shop Mania 2, and in the middle of Heath getting interviewed by one of the moderator for Talking Shop podcast, freaking Virgil shows up and gives the most random story about the size of Andre the Giant's member. Swear to fucking God, I'm not kidding.
Great. That's something you need to hear.
Yeah, swear to God, like he's about to get interviewed. Virgil shows up like a minute in, just goes all full off kilter.
Virgil is Sami Callihan.
Even like cool, Sami Callihan.
Former
Even
Impact
after
World Champion.
Virgil left, even he's like, I don't know what we just heard.
Yeah, Alexander says like we're not inviting him back.
No, he's apparently a part of Talking Shop Mania too.
Yeah, Callahan is aggressive too.
So Sami Callihan, he comes.
I don't think Sami Callihan's ever wrestled James Storm.
Storm trying to hang
Back
on
in the stall.
inside the ring.
If I'm Sammy, maybe I go pick on.
What the fuck is Falaball doing?
So story-wise, with the Shamrock Edwards match? Why does Callahan side with Shamrock?
They were bitter rivals. They were just beating the hell out of each other. But then they decided to form a partnership. Like they kind of found respect for each other.
Oh, okay.
But now Callahan's kind of poisoning Shamrock's mind. Hernandez's last entrant. Super Mix Hernandez. One half of the original LAX with Homicide.
Okay, so the big two surprises of this one was Davari and Storm.
Yep.
Not so much was going on. I lost count of the entrant counts.
All right.
It was
So
nice to get Storm. That was a nice surprise.
I'll say this: Rhino has been out here longer than anyone, and
I think all the women have been eliminated.
Have they?
I don't know. I feel like like one of them probably like rolled out under.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, you're right because I don't remember Taya getting eliminated.
I'll be right back. Has been eliminated. He wants to get the cash. It means more to him than anything right now.
So he's gonna eliminate it. Okay.
I don't recall what that storyline is.
He will not be able to call his shot, but he's got a wad full of cash.
It's probably some comedy storyline.
I'm sure it is. And this is the only way that they could get him out.
Scott on my money, or do I stay in this match and try to win? What would you do?
I think you just
See if anyone's updated the eliminations.
Hernandez. He left. And there's a side by.
Yeah, I think all the women have been eliminated.
Yeah, I'm assuming so because I don't remember Taya getting eliminated.
You know who I don't see in the ring right now? Rhino. And I don't.
There's Rhino. I see him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this gauntlet is more of a Royal Rumble style where you eliminate over the top row. No, wait, that is the rules. Like, boom, the final two, it's pinfall or submission. That's the rules. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is going to win the Carter Shot Gauntlet, James?
Oh, wait. So the big boys got eliminated?
Yeah, veteran move by Storm.
I don't remember Full XL getting eliminated.
There goes Luster.
Luster's been eliminated. Down to the final four.
Oh, final four already. Yeah, Heath, Rhino, James Storm, and Sami Callihan.
It's I have a weird feeling it's going to come out to Rhino and Heath.
Callahan and Storm in another. Not sure if Callahan and Storm.
I think Heath's going to get thrown out. James Storm. Is James Storm going to spoil Heath and Rhino's thing?
Heath may be something wrong with Heath.
Sami Callihan would definitely do it.
Like, Heath's like, I don't know.
You don't mess with the cowboy.
James Storm can smell blood in the water. You called him a veteran earlier. He's showing that veteran instinct here.
He really is.
Yeah, James Storm was being a beer-drinking cowboy long before Hangman Page.
Just crumbles to the floor, and now you've got Rhino and Callahan and James Storm on the other side of the ring.
And what I like here is you've got four not good, but great.
Everyone in this match except for Heath. Oh!
Sorry, he's got him. Interrupt you there, but now Storm's eliminated. James Storm has been eliminated.
Okay.
Oh, he's
out.
Okay. Final two.
Heath and his chances of earning a contract in
Rhino's got to be.
Oh, I don't care about your kids.
Oh, Rhino's got to be Sami Callihan.
And his arm's already killing him at top of everything else.
He's been fighting since the very beginning.
He doesn't want to see his buddy get fired.
No, this is why friends are a problem, Josh.
I don't think I've ever heard that statement before.
Yeah, both these guys known for their hardcore history.
Going after the eyes of Rhino now.
You can't get too attached to people, you know?
Hey, look.
Oh.
Look at that. Great pile driver.
Cover. Sami Callihan. No, a kick out by Rhino.
Was this it?
No, it can't be it.
Ooh, 2 count. Ooh, damn.
Oh, I think I'm ahead of both of you by a couple seconds.
Yeah, you have been this entire time.
For once, I'm the one ahead. Like, what happened?
outside.
I'm usually
I don't
always the
know.
one behind.
Fight TV hates me. I don't know.
For Shamrock to use earlier.
Oh. Sammy got a chair.
This thing is breaking down as things tend
Yeah,
to do.
that's how you check if a chair is good. Bop.
It's always anarchy rules with Sammy Callahan.
I guess just try to hold your suspense bet to the best of your abilities, Nick.
Oh!
By Rhino, cover up and Slade the stretch out, and Rhino's career remains intact. Here's the winner, Rhino.
Woo!
Yeah!
On the line here tonight.
He's finally got a job so he can pay for
Oh, he gets a
all
trophy.
23 of his kids.
Rhino has called his shot.
That's a okay trophy.
Well, the real prize was getting Heath's job, saving his job and getting a title shot.
I don't think so. I think the real prize was the friends he made along the way.
Yes, yes it is. That was fine. It was like any other like over top rope match.
It was fun. There was a lot of great moments, a lot of fun moments in it.
Couple surprises, nothing.
It was good. It was a good way. It was a good way for the Heath Rhino dynamic to come to end.
And there, Heath's got a job now.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we got which title will Rhino challenge for?
Well, we're assuming he's gonna join Heath and try to take on whoever wins tonight's four-way match.
He could go. He could challenge for the world championship though.
The North. Guys,
We
you
got the
have
North.
it out for you tonight. You're up against 3 different teams.
Oh
What
man,
are your
Ethan
thoughts
Page
going
lost a
into
lot of
this
weight.
You're right, Gia. We do have our work.
A lot of people used to joke that Ethan Page looked like Robert Roode's fat younger brother. He used to be a little chubby.
When our backs are pushed against the wall, champions rise to the occasion. And the North, we are champions. We proved it for over.
I know they're doing a really good promo right now, but I can't help to look at the guy's tattoo and notice he has a UFO tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's a monkey dresses.
We're gonna show all those hot free agents.
Oh my god, is that an HA Aliens thing? Like the monkey as a that's a whole lot going on there in that tattoo.
The biggest stand for me is the UFO on his arm.
I think it's a galaxy. No wait, there is a UFO. I see it. Oh wow, that's a lot going on there.
Josh, we're gonna do.
You must like HA Aliens theory.
Back the tag team titles. Trust me, we're going to hurt somebody tonight because we've been talking about holding the titles for over a year. There's only one number I'm obsessed with, and that's 94, because you Motor City Machine Guns have held the titles for 94 days, and that means I haven't had my gold in 94 days. That means Josh Alexander hasn't had his gold in 94 days. But tonight, the North climbs back on their throne as the best tag team in the world, and more importantly, the Impact World Tag Team Champions.
That was a good promo.
Moose! I told you I was going to destroy this. I was telling
All right, we got EC3 Moose is next.
represents my internal conflict. This represents what I thought was everything to you. But you're not here. Moose, the longer you wait, the closer I am to going full tilt John Doe Psycho Boy.
Who's the face in this situation? I mean,
technically EC3, because Moose is a heel.
And we burn it down.
The hell is this?
burn it down.
Moose, look at you! You're pathetic! When you're fully committed, fully prepared, you will make the journey. You will cross the bridge. Is this what you see?
Man, that goatee really helped us look.
You're a false idol. You are a fraud. You are pathetic. You are a joke. You are a laughing stock. Cross the line.
Oh, he said cross the line. That was TNA's old slogan.
there's been a couple obvious lines that are nods to EC3's wrestling career, and even Moose's.
Well, it's all about him destroying his past.
I am joined right now by the man who in just 4 days, Mount Glory, will go to an undisclosed location.
Okay, so he got the title back.
AC3. Moose, for weeks you've been on this all-consuming wild goose chase, this game of cat and mouse, centered around the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And last week, you finally got your belt back. You gotta be happy.
You watch the news? When you're on social media, is anybody happy? You know who's not happy? EC3 is not gonna be happy after Bound for Glory. And Bound for Glory.
I think he was the way EC3 is trying to help Moose because Moose going around with a fake title. He's saying he's making him look like a joke.
Lazy to dust. Moose, congratulations. You're becoming who you're supposed to be. But you have been warned.
Does EC3 have a black eye or is that makeup?
It's supposed to be a shiner because he because we saw Moose beat the shit out of him to get the TNA title back.
Are we sure EC3 is supposed to be the good guy in this scenario?
I think EC3 is trying to, in his own way, help Moose. So I think this is going to be cinematic style. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to lead to eventually. If Swan wins tonight, I think the next rivalry is going to be Swan versus EC3.
That would make sense.
Crushing the old legacy and starting a new one.
Honestly, I'm not. AEW and WWE are doing cinematic matches. Impact Wrestling might as well too.
Is this the match? I feel like this is the match. It just technically started the undisclosed location match.
Well, no, he's just beating up this dude to warm up. This is the same kind of setup that Gargano and Ciampa had, fighting in a warehouse.
Where do you fall on that match, by the way? That last Gargano Ciampa match. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was as bad as people were trying to say it was.
Yeah, I think while it probably was the weakest of all their matches, I still thought it was good in terms of quality.
It was interesting, like both of them were like crossing the line to
You know,
Ciampa was more the heel in that match than Gargano. And Gargano was supposed to be the heel.
Oh, well, Gargano eventually heel turn at the end, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the match.
Well, no, Candace turned heel. Gargano's already a heel.
No, he was more of a tweener, and Dan was like officially heel after that match. Let's see how this match. Well,
I just like the thought of like EC3 just like got done tapping out a dude, and then like all of his disciples or whatever are standing at the entrance, and he quickly puts on his hoodie, puts a hood up, and then sits down on the bleachers waiting for Moose.
All right, we go.
Big beefy men about to batter each other in an undisclosed location.
Ooh, Uranagi.
Oh. Wait, is there supposed to be a ref?
I don't think so.
I think it's just a straight up fight.
Are you guys hearing this music?
Yeah.
It's,
well, yeah.
It is something.
The Boneyard matchup music.
Yeah, but wasn't that like Metallica? This is, I don't know.
All I'm saying is that I was like hearing the guy's voice in this. It makes it sound like it's like if the Cure decided to do dance music.
Ooh. Kick to the dick. Dick kick city. Dick kick city. Like, so how do you win? You just gotta incapacitate your opponent?
I guess.
Look,
'Cause-
like for a lot of these cinematic matches, it'll just end, and we have to assume that there's
Last
a
man
definite
standing
winner.
wins. It's a good production value. Say what you will about Impact and TNA throughout the years, they've always had really good production quality.
Oh, we busted them
Hey,
open.
Nick, do they blade?
Oh, some people still blade. I know Cody blades all the fucking time.
I'm talking about Impact specifically.
Yeah, because there was a case where Karrion Kross, who was Killer Kross, didn't want to blade, and there was rumored Impact tried to force him, but that wasn't true. And so they just used a gimmick to like get the blood on him because it was the first blood match between him and Eddie Edwards.
I don't blame the guy.
Yeah, but people were trying to spread lies that Impact was trying to force him. They're like, no, it was like, they were fine with Kross not wanting to blade. Ooh. Who's wearing that white outfit? It really emphasizes the blood on him.
Yeah.
That was a good choice. These guys are just gonna beat the holy hell out of each other.
Yeah!
Ooh!
Ooh, damn.
Well, based on Eric,
you still bitch.
so as we can see from Eric Young and EC3, being treated like shit by WWE drives you crazy. Apparently, it's like.
It's like they're battered, bruised, they're all over the place. Ref finally show, hey guys, I'm finally. Shit, I'm late, aren't I?
Looks like he's going into that barricade.
I don't know. I can't get behind the music.
This.
I just can't get behind the music. It's so weird.
Honestly, it reminds me of the music you see in a fight scene in an 80s movie.
That's it. I've been thinking about that.
I think they're going for that grunge 80s action fights look.
I think they're using like South Park's version of goth music.
Nah, it's more like 80s action music. I feel like.
You're becoming who you're supposed to be.
Yeah, it looks like EC3's whole motivation is he's trying to make Moose a serious, dangerous guy again.
You have allowed those who you try to impress to take from you emotion. They take from you physically. They take from you spiritually. They take from you everything.
I mean, EC3's right. He was making himself look foolish running around with a fake championship.
This belongs to the annals of history. This belongs to those who have earned it, worked for it, carried a company, whether it's dying, whether it's thriving, on their back. This title means something. It means everything. You want to be a champion? Become a champion. Become who you're supposed to be. Become Moose, an
those words. Then you can hold this title. Then you can call him champion. But now you're nothing.
EC3's right.
You become like self-righteous. You become like full of yourself. Oh, that is cool. I like the montage. Ooh, his back landed on the title.
His back has landed on that title for a second time, maybe third.
I love that.
AC3 hesitated for a second.
Yeah, because he was about to do his old finisher.
Yeah.
When he just got extreme PTSD.
Yeah.
He just got like a whole bunch of PTSD.
He's trying to make Moose a better fighter, like to become a real champion.
Yeah.
Is this what you want?
Ooh.
Is this what you want? You want me to be a monster?
Damn. Beat a motherfucker in the face with the belt.
Is this what you want? Huh? You want to control my narrative? Is this what you want? A false title or a false idol? You are wrong. You are pathetic. You are a joke. Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Answer me, you stupid son of a bitch. Is this what you want? Yes! Moose! 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 Moose!
So now, by the unofficial rules of this match, I believe EC3 has won.
I think Moose realizes that I mean, physically Moose won, but I think morally and I think the EC3 won. So in a way, they both won.
I have no idea where they're going with this right now.
It's called storytelling, Kristen.
Oh no, not screw you.
I'm joking.
You know what I mean.
I know. I'm joking with you.
Is he gonna be lifted up into the air and be a Christ allegory?
So I may reverse what I said before. I think it's going to be Moose that shows up at the end, destroy Swan after he wins the title. Because remember how I said talking about being like a new legacy and stuff? I think he's going to go for the actual championship now.
Yeah.
And try to be a self-proclaimed double champ.
All we know is that there was no winner in that match.
We'll see. That's my guess. If we come back in January and that's what happens, then okay.
We're all still trying to put the pieces together.
Honestly, from a storytelling perspective, I thought that was good.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, live on Access TV, it was Countdown to Glory, the hour before.
The countdown was on Access. Okay.
You actually have Access TV, I think.
You?
I have to double check. I know I didn't have FS1, which became a pain in the ass to watch SmackDown online.
Yeah, I had to watch on Fox's on the
brother. Congratulations on the induction.
Oh yeah, on Twitter, Shamrock asked Rock to film a message for him.
thank you so much for the memories.
You do find this still find this unique, right? The Rock showing up on Impact, technically.
Yeah. Well, they're good friends.
I really appreciate it. Very
I know that.
Enjoy this.
Oh, I understand that. But like, did you ever think this would happen? The Rock showing up in some way, shape, or form on Impact?
Inducted into the
On any other promotion that isn't WWE.
A very special night indeed. And Shamrock, as he spoke passionately,
earlier tonight they did the induction.
live on Countdown to Glory.
They did during the countdown. Okay.
TV. Ken Shamrock thanked his family. He thanked his rivals.
So yeah, he's been officially inducted in the Impact Hall of Fame. He deserves it.
So once again,
Yeah,
he was the first world champion in their promotion's history.
The now Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer, Ken Shamrock. You know, Don,
They've been doing this like one wrestler a year, but they skipped a couple of years, so they didn't have anybody inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Hang on to his own career. He also secured the contract for Heath.
Also, I feel like they should do like one name and a couple of smaller names. There's some smaller names that deserve to be in the Impact Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
You said that there should be friends. In your mind, you don't think that The Rock should be friends with Ken Shamrock?
The Rock looks good. He looks like he lifts weights.
It looks good. Yeah, it was nice that you let him use your backyard for that.
Dude, he's clanging and banging every chance he
Ken
gets.
Shamrock has developed a friendship with none other than
Yeah, but yeah, I knew that was happening because I saw the Twitter conversation where Ken Shamrock asked him to film a video, and Rock said, "He's like, I'll do that now." So I knew Rock was going to do that.
Okay, here we go.
Who could that be? Sammy! Oh, I should have known.
All right.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a good guy. I didn't do it.
Oh, you remember, guys, the long history of Sammy Callahan and Eddie Edwards.
That's Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man. What is Shamrock doing inside the ring, and what's Shamrock's beef with Eddie Edwards? And a kick, swift kick to the side of the head.
I mean, Shamrock's an old guy now, but he's still a beast. I wouldn't fight him.
I don't think they got 45 million likes. Probably 45,000.
Well, Impact's social media has a lot of followers.
Oh no, I believe that. Now who's he beating up? Jeez.
Sami Zayn's trying to make him
Sami Zayn.
more of a kill. Sorry, Sami Callahan. Sami Callahan's trying to make Shamrock more of a monster like him.
Part of me will not be surprised if one day that somebody goes, "What is El Generico doing in the Impact Zone?" I will not be surprised one day if that happens.
Oh, we saw El Generico's student Olar. Like, what name did Otis use this past Monday as a luchador?
Oh, El Grande Gordo.
Yeah, El Gran Gordo.
Which just translates to what was it? Big fat.
Well, Gran means big. Gordo means
fat.
Yeah, so big fat. The big fat. I love that during that Samoa Joe was legit trying to make it out like this was a real luchador. So, oh yeah, I know this guy. It's like, you hadn't heard of this guy?
He gets ready to face the world's most dangerous Hall of Famer in seconds. Here live at Bound for Glory. Can Eddie avoid the ankle lock? We're about to find out.
Oh, Eddie Edwards got new ring music. Oh, I love he's got like the Boston Irish. Like,
He's a former world champion.
former two-time world champion. Oh no, wait. City Edwards, Ring of Honor.
It really has to do something very special tonight.
Yep, he's a 3-time world champion. 2-time Impact, 1-time Ring of Honor.
Sammy Callahan has turned Ken Shamrock into the world's most dangerous.
Yeah, it makes sense to tie Eddie Edwards to Tommy Dreamer because Eddie Edwards really has become the Tommy Dreamer of Impact. Like he's the heart and soul of the brand. Like John Gargano was with NXT. Man, Shamrock's still built.
He looks the same as he did when I saw him in WWE. Like his body.
There was a time when he kind of let himself go a bit, but he's building himself back up. He's 56 years old, and he still looks like a beast.
Hey, Suzuki's like 53, and he still like kills people like a beast.
Well, Suzuki's not a human being. He's a monster, Christian.
He's an amazing monster. Man made Osprey his bitch in a G1 this year for like 90% of their match.
Yeah, I heard that Will Ospreay's making his own faction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it with Grado Khan and B Priestley. Which, to be fair, that was one of the biggest shockers of the G1 this year. Was just, what the fuck is B Priestley doing here?
Well, it makes sense because same company owns New Japan now owns.
Now, I'll say this. Normally, with a striker,
I'm blanking here.
close the distance, but you don't want
Stardom, yeah, and Bea Priestley wrestles with Stardom. They're saying they wanted to like tie them more together to help boost Stardom's brand up.
Man, I want Sonata to win the whole thing though, so badly. I like Sonata. He's my favorite like future like world champion.
Yeah, Sonata's been great. Sonata once main event Bound for Glory, the one they did in Japan.
Yeah.
Sonata and Muda. Oh, Sonata, James Storm faced Muda and Tajiri.
It was so satisfying when he got one over on Evil in the finals. Was it the B Block finals? He got one over thanks to Hiromi Takahashi.
I'm glad Naito got his belts back.
Yeah.
That was a twist though, and Evil turned on him.
Yeah. And now he's gone from supernatural evil to drug lord evil.
Yeah, he's like the current interim leader of the Bullet Club since Jay White's stuck in America.
Yeah, there's a whole like not Civil War but obviously Cold War going on in Bullet Club right now. Because since
another Civil War in Bullet Club?
Cold War. I meant Cold War going on right now since Jay White's lacking in out of Japan supporters of Bullet Club supporters.
I don't know. I feel like maybe Bullet Club's run its course. It's not the same. Like it was supposed to be the big evil foreigners group, but half the members are Japanese now. It's kind of lost what it was meant to be. It's just another heel group now.
It's just another in New Japan's line of factions.
Yeah, look, New Japan's like gang warfare. Like just a bunch of factions.
Yeah.
But Taguchi Japan's like the freelance thing, where like they have a loose affiliation.
Yeah.
Basically, anyone who's not a member of a actually some members of Chaos are members of Taguchi Japan.
And pro wrestling, there's rope breaks here. There's not rope
breaks. Like they team up.
Shamrock fought in Pancrase in the late 90s, early 90s, and there were rope breaks there. He's familiar with them.
I mean, those look like some pretty light punches from Shamrock.
Well, to be fair, real life fights. It probably doesn't.
Well, I know real life fights. This would not last more than a couple minutes if they were going full out.
Yeah.
This might be okay for Eddie on the outside.
Look, he's more like just going for a number of jabs.
Against the world's most dangerous man.
There was a rumor that Ken Shamrock, at one point that he was going to be WWE champion, but they pulled the plug on it.
That's a major muscle group. It's going to be increasingly hard for Eddie Edwards to stand.
You hear that in Boston? Oh, we heard it. We heard it.
I think I'm ahead of you now, Nick.
God. Oh!
I paused for a couple seconds.
Okay, yeah, I'm like a couple seconds now ahead of you.
He's developed a reputation for being a stellar brawler the last 2 years, ever since Callahan almost blinded him with a baseball bat. But he hasn't really been able to turn that loose against Shamrock.
No, it's been all Ken.
Yeah, once Ibushi won the G1 this year, I turned it off. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, cool.
These short jabs by Shamrock as he just stands over it.
Yeah, fast forward a couple seconds.
Oh, he snuck that one in, pointed the chin. Look at the redness of the ear. Those are going to be cauliflowered from the blows of Ken Shamrock.
Get the sense, Don, that a match like this, that Eddie might not be the same after a contest like this one.
You know, I don't.
Oh yeah, it's like he's going for Eddie Edwards' ear.
Right.
Whip him. Shades of Johnny Valentine. He's not going for that. He's here to.
Yeah, you look at all those older wrestlers; they have cauliflower ears because they used to like legit hit each other.
Oh,
actually that group, the Cauliflower Alley or something like that.
Yeah, Lesnar has cauliflower ear too.
Oh yeah, he
that's
was an MMA
a typical
fighter.
thing from MMA and boxing.
Yeah, you get hit in the ear enough, it messes you up. Did you guys know that your ears are the only part of your body that never stop growing your entire life?
Really?
Yeah, you notice a lot of older people have big ears.
I try not to stare at people's ears. I feel like that's how, like, I stare at the wrong older person's face long enough, and they're just like, "What are you looking at?" And then I end up with their ears because they have attacked me because I have offended them for looking at their ears.
Well, maybe you stop hitting on all the old ladies at the retirement home, Mo, and they wouldn't be so mad at you.
Look, you don't tell me what to do, okay? I am a goddamn adult.
It's hard being popular, huh?
If
The old folks home.
Look, if I want some hard candy, that's, and I'm not talking about Werther's or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you get plenty of that candy, Mo.
Yeah, that hard candy.
You guys
love
can't
give it
stop
to
me.
them.
Don't try to stop me, okay?
I'm not judging, man. You get all that hard candy you want.
No.
You get all that hard candy you want.
No. Just letting you guys know.
Those liver spots really turn Mo on.
I mean, they're all yours, Mo. Just don't go to the villages; you'll catch something.
Oh, first of all, again, I'm an adult. Second of all, look, I don't know what to say after that.
You know, I think Eddie Edwards.
Those of you outside of Florida, just look up at the villages and the residences activities there.
Look, that seems to be a common thing in just retirement communities in general.
Yeah,
it just so happens that Florida has the largest, like.
Yeah, once you go.
Yeah, the villages has a really bad STD problem.
Once you go 60, you go beyond just nifty.
Yeah, apparently there's like old person swingers thing going on. I was like, oh.
Look, I love older people as much as the next guy, but let's focus on this wrestling here.
Yeah, enough
Match has been slow.
Enough about your sex life, Mo.
This match has been slow, to be honest.
Well, I think it's been. To be fair, he's 56 years old.
Now we talk about it a lot. The weathering of the storm. Do you think Eddie did that?
And they're doing a good he's doing it as like MMA style.
And the longer it goes, the more it favors Eddie.
Edwards with the knee.
I think that was the strategy. Knees into the chest. That's not going to help Shamrock with getting that oxygen to those muscles.
And here comes Eddie Edwards.
Double underhook.
Here we go.
Eddie Edwards was the last guy to become a Triple Crown champion in Impact.
Ooh. Got him. How did he do that? He went like this. Give me your.
Eddie's got to lock his own hands into
Oh, that was a good counter.
Armbreaker almost fully locked in. Eddie rolls over Shamrock down, and Shamrock had to break to kick
Yeah,
out.
Shamrock had two choices, one choice there really. Let go of the hold or get pinned.
Yeah. Easy decision for Ken Shamrock. Jumping kick out by Eddie Edwards, caught him in the shoulder.
Shamrock has had shoulder issues during his career in MMA.
Eddie with a running elbow. Look of concern in the eyes.
This is a good clash of
Sammy
styles.
Callahan working ringside.
And that might be the heaviest shot of the match from Eddie.
Eddie Edwards, like, he's still got his old high flying. He's become more of a brawler since his feud with Sami Zayn. You got Ken Shamrock's MMA style fighting.
So you didn't mean to be cheeky by saying that?
And now Eddie Edwards trying to
No, Mo, I'm not like you at the whole folk song, okay? I don't get cheeky.
No, I mean saying clash of styles.
Oh, styles clash.
I didn't say anything because I'm better than that.
Well, clash of styles is the thing. Where do you think the name styles clash came from?
No, like the choice of words. I understand.
Eddie Edwards had no idea that he had given up his back to Shamrock.
Oh,
Eddie's got wrist control on
that was a little Undertaker moment there. It's like he's like, don't you underestimate me.
That was nice.
Busted open Shamrock right below the eye.
He's a dangerous man.
By Eddie Edwards.
Like, that was his nickname back in the day, right? The world's most dangerous man. Or was that Steve Blackman? I think that was Steve Blackman.
Blackman was the, I think he was like the lethal weapon.
Eddie Edwards does not care.
Eddie
I think you're right.
Boston Knee Party. Looking to put away.
I like Steve Blackman.
Shamrock here tonight.
Like his tag team with Al Snow was funny. Head cheese.
There's the Boston Knee Party from Eddie Edwards.
Oh, that's back in the day.
What's he doing? Eddie Edwards looking for a single leg.
Ooh, Boston Knee Party.
Oh, damn. Fuck down, Callahan. Oh, fuck you.
Oh man, everything went down.
How's he doing?
So,
Pitch black in here.
My monitor went down.
Clever. It's like, oh, you can do shit in the dark. Well, guess what? I can too.
Actually, that's a ref. Oh, Eddie was doing stuff in the dark too.
It's Kenny.
Oh yeah, smarted him.
Middle of the ring.
Oh no! Come on! Come
Middle
on!
of the ring.
Come on, Edwards! Come on, Edwards! Get to the ropes! Do not tap! Do not tap! What?
Ankle lock on Eddie.
Eddie Edwards is gonna have to tap out. Writhing in pain.
God, that's awful.
Come on, it doesn't want to do that now. Yeah, he's the world's most dangerous man. I knew it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a Hall of Famer now. He can get his, and it wasn't clean. This feud is more likely not over.
There had been multiple times during this match where it's like, with Shamrock's MMA background, Eddie being in certain positions where I feel like maybe they were gonna try and do like MMA versus like inexperienced MMA.
Well, yeah, Sammy's a high flyer and a brawler.
Sammy or Eddie?
The diabolical Eric Young.
We're living in Eric Young's world right now. But will this world come to a conclusion
Man,
tonight?
I know you used to think Rich Swann without a beard.
Becoming world champion.
He looks way younger.
Recovered from his career nearly ending, and Rich wants the title tonight.
All right, tag team titles on the line. We got 3 more matches.
Tonight, the North and Fulton and Ace Austin will battle on the same side against the Motor City Machine Guns and the Good Brothers.
This should be a great match. There are 4 great teams in this.
I, 1, 2, 3, pinned Chris Slade in one half of the World Tag Team Champions.
We're next in line.
And if you guys wrestle half as good as you told stories, one day you might be champions too.
Ooh. Save it talking trash.
Fun fact, Good Brothers currently have the tag team championships for Wrestle Talk's Quizlemania quiz show. They're current tag team champions for Wrestle Talk's quiz show. They just got on, was it last Wednesday?
I thought you were a Cultaholic guy.
I am. I like Wrestle Talk stuff too.
Yeah.
Like they even Blompier's even on Wrestle Talk now too. He's one who hosts the quiz show.
Oh, I did see like they create a Being the Elite Championship as being done in a miniature golf tournament.
Yeah, I saw that. They disqualified both Avalon and Cutler from the
They
tournament.
do.
Yeah.
That's funny though. It's like you don't win the championship in matches, like just doing skits.
There was one that was hilarious that was in the dressing room. It was like Sammy Guevara and this one mask guy, and the whole thing was they're even sitting there going, okay, so technically he's supposed to go back. The mask guy is supposed to go back home, not come back. But if he wins, not only does he have to stay, but guess what? He gets paid. He gets paid to stay to finish this BTE tournament. So like, and he won his round against Sammy. So it's like he gets another paycheck because of this stupid tournament.
All right, I think the Good Brothers are gonna get this.
We're about to find out Ace Austin and Madman Fulton, the Motor City Machine Guns, the Good Brothers, and the North for the top teams in Impact Wrestling, but only one can leave tonight as World Tag Team Champions. God, you ready for this one? I'm ready. Let's go, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 4-team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Scheduled for one fall, introducing team number 1 from Ontario, Canada, Josh Alexander and Ethan Page.
Once upon a time, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander were the reigning wrestling World Tag Team Champions in company history.
They want their titles back. Yeah, that was a long title reign.
See what happens here this evening on the biggest night of the year. Can Ethan Page and Josh Alexander rewrite history?
Team number 2, first from Atlantic City, the inevitable Ace Austin. His tag team partner from Ohio,
Ace Austin's a former X-Division champion, and I think he went to the
All right, if the Good Brothers win, they'll be the second tag team to have held gold in WWE, Impact, and New Japan after the Dudleys. Team 3D.
Shorter than any other team in this match, but you wouldn't know that by looking at them.
From Tokyo, Japan. I like that. I love that. From Tokyo, Japan.
The Big LT, Scott Gallows, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson.
Well, they've always been built in Tokyo, Japan. Even WWE, they were built in Tokyo, Japan.
So cool, you can't make cool, but you look at these two dudes, and that's what they are. Coolest tag team in all of Impact Wrestling. They sell more merch than anybody.
Well, my attempt to get caught up with you guys, I ended up a little bit behind you guys. I don't know how that happened.
What's wrong with you? So these guys are wrestlers.
Yeah, they were like, nah, Nick isn't supposed to be the one ahead. This just doesn't fit the continuity.
Okay. But
I'm like 1 second behind you guys.
You're gonna see why we just said ooh.
Oh no, that. Okay. So I'm like,
Ow.
every time I try to.
Don't just. I'll keep my suspense held.
Alright.
So at this
Did they just take out the motor city machine guns for the match even started?
Well, one half of the
so.
Mercy machine guns.
This is not what the.
I feel like they're.
Shelly's not moving. There's Dr. Ross.
So what do you think? Do you think they're gonna turn it into a three-way, or is Chris gonna have to play a one-man tag team?
He might have to just defend the titles by himself.
Yeah.
Or he calls out a replacement for one night only.
To the head and neck.
That's true.
Alex Shelley on the ramp, on the steel ramp, Josh.
I don't. Alex Shelley
situation.
hasn't moved.
Okay, so what now?
We got to get him out of here.
Who could replace him and
Where's
become
Jimmy
a
Jacobs?
temporarily?
But we've already seen some strategy.
I didn't recognize Jimmy Jacobs because he didn't have his eye makeup on.
Shelley looks like he's barely conscious, Josh. This is scary.
Yeah, you gotta.
The left leg is not moving.
Alex Shelley being assisted out of here. What does Chris say?
Oh God, Ethan Page is a scumbag.
So
what does this mean now?
He has to. Somebody has to defend the title.
For both.
Does James Storm come out
All right,
Oh
so
no.
for double duty?
Chris Sabin he's obviously conflicted. Does he go with his partner? Does he go at this alone?
Well, I don't think going
Oh,
alone
man.
is a smart thing to do.
Saban's underdog in this.
Well, that's what Sabin's going to do. He's
No,
going to this match.
by himself.
Tag team titles on the line. Sabin one half the tag team champions. Problem is, Sabin doesn't have a partner.
Actually, a similar thing happened. Remember that time where Kane and the Hurricane had to defend their tag titles? They took out Hurricane earlier in the night, so Kane had to defend them in the TLC match by himself.
Huh.
That's
Kane won.
kind of different.
And Kane won.
I mean, in this situation, he's like one of the smallest guys in this whole matchup.
Yeah.
So Sabin, okay, hear me out on this. Okay. Sabin technically does have a partner. He can tag out to the Good Brothers. He can tag out to Josh Alexander. He can get out of this match.
Yeah, that's a good point by Matthews. He can tag out of the match to other team members and just try to pick his spots.
I don't know if anybody can tag. Who's that guy? I don't know if. The point of it is that he's not done. The Morrison machine guns aren't done now, is my point.
Well, they're not done because he's still in the match, but I mean, the odds are not great.
Oh, man.
Now you've got this
Ooh.
stomping on you from the top rope.
They did a good job when they signed Sawyer Fulton and they remade him as Madman Fulton.
Yeah.
Coming into Impact Wrestling like the big LG.
Yeah, he was like in the original version of Sanity, then they replaced him with Killian Dane.
Who, you know,
He got
has
injured, right?
has a whole thing going on with Maverick.
Yeah, it's been great. I've been enjoying that. This past Wednesday, like he's like when Maverick showed guts, he's like, "Where's that guy been?"
Yeah.
I was like, I like the dynamic, their personalities match.
And can you agree it's one of the best entrance themes of all time?
I mean, gotta see how much more to the theme there is, because usually it only plays like 5 seconds of it.
I hope they can win the tag titles.
Which, by the way, if you have been watching NXT for the past couple of weeks, I may have been in a couple shots in the background.
Oh, you were
Alex Shelley was taken out before
well,
the match
it's not the They
Just
call
say
it Capitol
Thunderdome
Wrestling.
crowd.
Thunderdome crowd. The digital crowd.
No, the actual crowd.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because they are letting a number of limited fans in. How hard is it to get tickets to that?
It is pretty hard. Like the initial email, I think I got because of like my roommates were like had been known to go to the shows, so I guess and maybe because I was local and have subscribed to the NXT network. Also, I have been to at least a couple shows in the past, but as soon as they as soon as you get an email, you need to like confirm it right away. They normally send it out at like the next day after an NXT show.
So it's like kind of a raffle?
Not a raffle. It's just first come, first serve. Like
how many tickets are they? How many people in the crowd are they letting in?
Don't have a real solid count, but it's like very small. Like,
well, I'm glad at the very least, I'm glad you're safe. You know.
Well, yeah, everyone's in pods, but also you have to get a COVID test every time.
Yeah. Is that when you stick that thing up your nose?
Yeah, but it's free. It's paid for by WWE, so you just have to make sure that you get a COVID test through them, through whatever setup they have. And if you test negative, then you just gotta confirm that you'll be there for the show, for the taping.
That's nice to get a free test on WWE's dime. So how uncomfortable is that, them sticking up your nose?
Oh, it's I mean, it depends on your threshold for discomfort. For me, it like lasts maybe a minute or two.
Yeah, my sister did it once. She's like, she was not a fan of it at all. Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to get a spot for Halloween Havoc, but that, like, someone else told me that they filled that up within 20 minutes.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how the ratings are for that, because the last special NXT beat AEW in the ratings, the Great American Bash. And next week's Dynamite was pre-taped.
Yeah, I know they already had to
yeah, they had to replace
Ray legit
Phoenix.
Ray got injured, so Pence is replacing him, and they had to scrap the Abaddon Tai Conchi match because Abaddon got legit injured during that.
I gotta be honest.
They need to stop doing these. They do too many dangerous spots on AEW, especially Phoenix. He does too many. He's been injured
Let's
twice.
be honest. The best spot of that match was that freaking pop up into a backflip into a power bomb, which I was like,
that came close to being my match of the week in my article. I ended up giving it to Rollins versus Murphy. I just thought that was a slightly better match.
We'll never hear the end of that one.
Sometimes it's hard to pick my match of the week. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes I have a couple things I gotta pick.
Yeah.
Oh, The Rock just tweeted that I'm the best color commentator in the history of wrestling.
Beautiful.
Everybody, he's got like 14 million followers.
Yeah, they've all gotten it now.
He's Austin on his feet. The machine gun Carl Anderson got covered up there. Austin off the ropes.
How did I end up being more behind? I didn't even touch anything.
Here comes the big LG.
The big LG. I love how they still call him LG, even though he's Doc Gallows, not Luke Gallows.
Oh yeah, even on the podcast they still call him the big LG.
Well, also I guess that LG is the acronym for large. So,
Which I would much rather go for, like, they're calling him like the big Luke Gallows instead of the big large.
Yeah, Gallows got the better of that battle of the monsters.
It was cool in the last Talking Shop podcast. They actually got was it Gallows' father on. That was a really good conversation. Like a lot of what Gallows did to become a wrestler was all him. Like the part I can't take any credit. That boy had a football scholar. It was in football and had a scholarship, and he went his own way.
Chris Sabin showing the heart of a lion tonight. Look at this turn for one.
ooh, nice.
Anderson Sabin takes Gallows off the apron.
Sabin just giving it to everyone here.
Chris Sabin on the top rope, folks.
Saban's definitely shook off a lot of that ring rust since Slammiversary.
Well, I mean, how long had it been before then since he had?
He was a producer with Impact for a little bit.
Well, producer doesn't mean that he was wrestling, right?
He wasn't wrestling. Ooh, man, Anderson almost had it.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We could have crowned new tag team champions.
The one thing I'll say about the Good Brothers, I think things have been going so well for them, business-wise. All the different ventures they're into, they're undefeated here. Maybe they're
It's been a great show so far.
It's been good, yeah.
That's a good point. We'll see how it plays out here.
I'll be honest, I wasn't like a big fan of the Edwards Shamrock match, but it was alright.
It was okay for what it was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think of all the matches time, it was the weakest, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
Broken down into a street fight. Anderson catches Sabin. Certainly did.
My goodness.
Anderson, I believe a tag was made. Anderson is now out, and Austin's in. Man, you got to keep your head on a swivel in this
Ooh.
game. Fulton gets taken out by Sabin.
Nice.
God, I can't believe Sabin still has gas in the tank here. This is incredible.
Sabin giving that, I'm too old for this shit.
He missed on Anderson, but he caught Page. There he gets Anderson on the backside. Takes out Josh Alexander. Man, Chris Sabin can go, can he?
Yeah, he needs to get in the ring and pin Ace Austin. He's got everyone neutralized on the floor to get back in the ring and win the match.
Great point. Dig deep if you're Chris Sabin. Try to find a way to retain the titles on your own.
Don't pose.
What a story.
Don't be posing.
For the return of the Motor City Machine Guns. Big time kick there. Here comes Sabin. Trying to put away Ace Austin. He's got to hurry up. Sabin's got him on his shoulders. Sabin got him. Here we go.
Move there by Ethan Page.
Ethan Page now going after Chris Sabin.
The North has been quiet the last few minutes, Josh.
Good point. Page trying to take over for his team.
I feel like if Sabin wins this, then he would be. You know how some matches are kind of like the definition of a particular pay-per-view.
His partner hadn't been hurt.
Yeah.
Machine Guns have already
Like
won this.
this would make. Like I know that there's like 2 other matches after this, but I feel like if anything would be deserving of the word glory, it would be this if Sabin
Could
came
pull
out
this
on
off,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna try his damnedest.
Oh, Alexander with a straight shot.
This is where the North want to be. In their own corner, double team maneuvers.
Alexander legal right now.
Yeah, AEW really want the North, but honestly, they got enough good tag teams. Let other promotions have good tag teams. Although FTR versus the North would be a great match.
To get that inside shoulder up.
Speaking of which, FTR messed up the Young Bucks this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell, the Young Bucks faces or heels?
Oh, they're heels.
Heels.
It's a heel versus heel.
I mean, if you're messing with Tony Schiavone and he hasn't done anything to you,
Yeah, that was
you're a heel.
shitty. That's when they really became heels. Like poor Tony Schiavone. I like Tony Schiavone's dynamic with Britt Baker. It's like they're friends, but they're not.
It's one of my favorite. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts of AEW is their relationship.
Ace Austin off the ropes.
When they were in the spa, and she said, "Are you naked under that towel?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." And they just screamed.
What is going on here? Because this is not gonna be good.
Yeah, this is not gonna end well. This feels like playing horseplay in the pool.
Oh.
Alexander doing running interference. Page. The North.
Finish him.
What's this game called? You play in the pool. Somebody's on. You gotta knock the person off the person's shoulder. Chicken. Yeah, playing chicken.
Hands of the North. Did you hear Page? Said finish him. Here we go. Anderson.
Set the ride. Not so fast as Carl Anderson.
Oh, that was a nice cutter. Big LG. Going for the Magic Killer. Magic Killer. Oh no. Ooh, that was a good uppercut.
Oh.
Gallo sidestepped. And now it's Anderson. And Alexander went for the cutter, blocked by Alexander. Almost that cutter got stunned. Pulse through here. Here we go. Good Brothers Tag Team Champions. Ethan Page. With the belt. Tag Team Anderson with the belt. Belt off the skull.
Belt off the skull. 1, 2.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Wow, the North got the belts back. Yeah, they're probably gonna set Galzan. I kind of figured. I thought it'd be Austin and Fulton, but I figured they want the Good Brothers to win the belts off heels.
I guess. I mean,
so they'll probably, I don't know, whatever the next pay-per-view is, they'll probably set up like the North versus the Good Brothers.
Well, so far that's the only title change that's happened.
Yep.
We're so sorry we couldn't be more helpful.
Oh, they're having the wedding on this Tuesday's episode.
It's okay.
okay, you gotta let us know how it goes down.
You're the bride. Like all I care about is making you happy right now, and it's totally.
Damn that
okay.
outfit.
We'll make up for it another time, and don't even.
Can't get over it.
Worry about it.
Hey, you want to help us clean up?
No, we're actually here to meet somebody. Oh, and here she is.
Have it.
Are you ready, darling? That's a yes. Right. Parting is such sweet sorrow. We'll see you at the altar. Okay, so like I don't know how else to say this, but like, how much have you actually told her about?
Ty, it's fine. It's fine, okay? Like, it's fine. It'll be good. This wedding is gonna go off with the bang, trust me.
But like, no, but for real though, like, have you told her about the unicorns?
Oh boy, that's a sign of a great marriage.
I wear the pants in this relationship, and whatever happens, happens, and she's gonna like it, because once she's married to me, she's gonna do what I say.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Well, like when we get married, what I say goes. It's like, I know just enough about Rosemary to know it's not how it's gonna go down.
Does he want old evil Rosemary to make a comeback? And that's how it's gonna happen.
Do you want evil Rosemary? Because that's how you get evil Rosemary.
It's like, do you know? It's like, has he not remember what Rosemary's capable of?
I don't know where this got so
She won the first women's Monsters Ball. I think that was the first women's Monsters Ball.
I'm not out to get you. I'm out to get that Knockouts title.
All right, so we had one title retained and one title changed hands. We got 2 more title matches.
Actually, 2 titles have stayed. have retained.
That wasn't for the belt.
I think we all know that was for the belt. You know,
It was about the belt, but it wasn't for the belt.
about for preposition, proposition. It's whatever.
Alright. See how have I done on my predictions so far? Actually, I'm doing pretty bad on my predictions for tonight.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was wrong about the X-Men title match. I was right about the Gauntlet match.
Yeah,
I was wrong about Moose EC3. I was wrong about Edwards Shamrock, and I was wrong about the tag team title match.
Watch, the one time I go, this should be Deanna Peraza, right? Kylie Ray's gonna.
Yeah, well, yeah. My choices are Kylie Ray and Rich Swann, so let's see how I end up tonight.
The time for talk is over. We're moments away. Ladies
See how I'm 1-4. I'm even better at this.
Deanna Peraza defending her title against Kylie Ray. And speaking of knockouts, we're joined now by a 5-time knockouts champion who was live earlier tonight on Access TV. Madison Rain, welcome to the broadcast.
Josh Matthews' wife.
A rose? What did you just set my rose?
I won't. It's so good to see you.
Cheese ball here.
Yeah, well.
So we can't wait to hear from Madison Rain all about this Knockouts Championship match about to take place here. Deanna Peraza defending her title against Kylie Ray.
How did Josh Matthews get Madison Rain? I don't freaking understand. The world doesn't make
Dude,
sense.
I don't know. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Look at Christina Hendricks and look at who her husband is. And tell me.
Who that is.
Look up Christina Hendricks. And look up who her freaking husband is.
Yeah, her logo is basically the Great Gatsby logo.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got.
Deanna Peraza, another great. Like Impact's been getting some NXT that have been left from NXT and reinventing and making them bigger stars. This is why competition is important. Gives. Man, what happened to Kimberly? She looks very different when I last saw her in Shine.
So what's up with the woman that came out with Deanna?
That's Kimberly. She's been wrestling for a long time. It's the Pokemon logo.
What the hell? Huh? Oh no.
So we'll see what happens between these two as they get ready to go one on. What?
Oh. What the fuck are they up with?
What's going on?
Not sure. Deanna has something she wants to say.
Kim, I wish so bad that I could say I was surprised. but the truth is,
So wait, legitimately, what happened with Kylie Ray?
Let's see.
I'm not surprised.
What if she finally comes out and she has like an evil persona, or she's not smiling anymore? She comes out with some heavy metal.
Kylie Ray or something like that. Oh.
That's alive.
Oh.
Impact Wrestling women's locker room or men's locker room. Let's do it right here, right now.
Su Yung!
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because it was like, ooh, ooh.
She's taking over.
Yeah, what happened to Kylie Ray?
Susie is not here.
Yeah, they're not explaining that.
Let's see what's going on.
I mean, do you think Impact is the kind of company that would explain it like right away, or would they like use the next couple of impacts to explain what's up?
We've got a lot to unpack here, folks. First of all,
I mean, I'm gonna assume Su Yung awoke and beat the shit out of Kylie Ray.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The answer to that question, nobody knows where Kylie is.
And now we've got
Well,
Su Young.
Su Young as Susie is Kylie Ray's friend.
But as Su Young, complete opposite, right?
Probably.
She has
I'm
no friends.
assuming that.
Well, we've had 2 twists on matches tonight.
Especially that.
Oh yeah, they took out
They took out Alex Shelley.
Shelley in the last match.
And you get the exact opposite coming out now.
Has Su Young ever been Knockouts champion?
Who's Su Young?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been since we've seen Su Young? Because they're acting like she's been gone for like a
It's
while.
been a while. Yes. Yeah. Su Young beat Ali April 2018. She lost. She lost Tessa Blanchard August 2018.
Su's going to challenge Deanna Purrazzo. God, you made a great point. Deanna didn't prepare for this.
Okay. This will be my first Su Young match. Yay!
Oh boy.
Well, Su Young's got a lot of ways to beat you, and she's far from traditional as we see fast start, reading strikes down on the chin.
I didn't hear anything about what Kylie Ray before this pay-per-view started. So I mean,
Someone who's been in the ring with both of these two. You think we got a new Knockouts champion tonight? You've sung the praises of Deanna.
I've sung the praises of Deanna. I'll continue to sing the praises of Deanna. But like I said, Josh, Su Young is not something that you can prepare to stand across the ring from.
And Su Young catches the
okay, I have a stupid theory. It's a stupid one. I'm gonna clarify. 100% stupid. But does this not remind you of what happened? Kind of remind you what happened at Clash of Champions with Bayley. Kind of. Where like Bayley went out to brag, left an open challenge, and then Asuka came out instead. I don't know. I get vague vibes of that.
Well, that resulted because wasn't Nikki Cross like they were checking her for COVID?
I forgot. I believe Nikki was encountered somebody with it. That's why like Retribution didn't show up that night because they were all quarantined. I don't know. Just stupid theory. Just first thing I thought of.
Okay, last time Su Young was around was back in March. She was fighting Havoc, and they were.
This was
Let's see.
a crash and burn from Deanna Purrazzo.
It's over half a year. Wow.
Oh yeah, Su Young.
Chair set up at
When
ringside. Kimberly's in retreat, and there's
she can be sealed away in this place called the Undead Wasteland. And
making a point moments ago, but I believe Su Young
let's
has
see.
changed this match completely.
They were able to escape thanks to Rosemary, and kayfabe killed Father James Mitchell.
For now, I'm sure.
Yeah, and since then she reverted back to Susie. So she hasn't been Su Young since March.
Okay. So wow, so it's been about like a good 7 months since we last saw her.
Something unlike anything we've
They
seen.
kept hinting at it,
Certainly something
like
Deanna's not seen. And Deanna catches her with the back elbow.
because if you remember back at that Wrestle House brawl between the Deaners and Triple XL, it ended with them fighting, and they weren't supposed to be fighting because Susie made them make a promise not to fight. And when she found she broke their promise, they weren't. She closed the door. You heard screams. She came out with a little blood on her, Susie. So they've been teasing it.
Like Su Young on little or no notice.
It's absolutely unfair. Deanna Purrazzo came out here and said that she would fight any man or woman alive. Su Young is not a thing that lives.
Great point. I mean,
She sent me to somewhere.
Somewhere. Yeah, she went to the place where it happens when you do take that left turn at Albuquerque.
I don't want to go back there, but just
It's the Undead Wasteland. Like she can drag people to this place.
At the end of the day, you know, we could talk about Undead Realms.
It's like a different dimension.
Places and the things that happen or may not
It was introduced and Su Young's feud with Rosemary.
Whether she's dead, undead,
Alright.
magical, not magical, she is a vicious, aggressive wrestler who doesn't have boundaries. That means she will.
Yeah, because Allie, when she was Knockouts champion, she let Su Young drag her to a dark place.
Knockouts championship on the line here tonight. Deonna Purrazzo.
Like Rosemary was trying to stop it.
Susie. But this isn't Susie, folks. This is Su Young.
Yeah.
It's a, you know, it's Undertaker magic type stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's
in her opinion,
yeah.
you guys can please weigh in. The most technical female wrestler in the world today. Do either of you disagree with that statement?
Yeah, I've met Su Young in person, and she's a really sweet person. It's like nothing like her character.
So she's more like Susie, you would say?
Well, no, Susie's been like childlike. She's just like really bubbly and nice.
Too modest to point out that many people have said that you're the greatest technical wrestler in the world.
Well, technically, if we're speaking about...
Yeah, I got her autograph and I got a picture with her at a Shine event.
So I consider myself, you know, a broadcaster.
You can pick though, I'm just saying.
Thank you, Don.
Does seeing someone like Deonna in the ring give you any thoughts of, maybe I want to test myself against the best right now?
Just be speculating, but maybe Kylie Ray maybe ran somebody who tested positive for COVID and they're just not taking a chance.
That's the only thing I can think of. But then again, I'm also seeing her like, I mean, Su Young hasn't been on TV for a while, so this biggest pay-per-view for Impact of the year. No.
This could be the reason they went this way, though. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on the news for this because I'm honestly curious. Because they actually had a vignette with her and everything. It's not like one of those, oh, something happens, we're gonna switch up. Like back to the Bailey thing, like they didn't play the any vignette before promo for their match beforehand. It just went straight to Bailey show going, oh well.
It kind of depends if Kylie Ray ran somebody. It depends how much time they had to prepare, because they knew about Nikki Cross, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler like a week in advance.
Also,
a few days
if they have the video package prepared and all that stuff, it would probably be better in terms of just, I guess, anticipation or build for the match, however little that would be, to instead of just having like nothing, like just not show anything about Kylie Ray, and then just be like, well, Kylie Ray can't compete.
I'll say this much.
Then just have like Deonna come out and you know, be heelish and just challenge anybody. So that way you're at least
whatever
excited
happens,
to see who comes out.
Yeah, if really they just figure out a reason why if Kylie couldn't compete, Su Young's a good replacement.
This wicked and violent Su Young. And Donna's made the point a couple times in this match. Deonna did not prepare, study for Su Young.
No, but Deonna just needs to remember who she is. That she's Deonna Purrazzo. She's
tying her up in the ropes.
She's the Knockouts champion. If she can tune out
That kind of like submission hold reminds me why I love Sonata's Paradise Lock. It's such a goofy submission move.
On the bottom rope. And just completely took out Su Young. You think we're going to see that again from Deonna throughout her career? She may need a name for that.
She has a name for it. Josh, do your homework.
Well, not paradise for Su Young. Now Kimberly has changed her tune on the outside.
Josh doesn't get out much, so you're going to have to help him with the names of the moves, you know?
Oh, don't worry. Twitter already does that for me. Deonna Purrazzo stomping away on Su Young here.
Oh yeah, Josh Matthews bringing up on Twitter, gives him shit.
Yeah. Like, don't worry, they give me shit. They're gonna tell me on Twitter anyway.
Nice throw for a second one here.
I don't enjoy being on Twitter. It's too much nonsense. I post my stuff and I leave.
Well, it's gonna be on fire in the next 2 weeks.
Well, they re-put this out.
Now, for the first time in this match, really seems comfortable.
Deanna looking for a suplex. Counters with DDT.
I took care of it.
Wow! Nothing fancy about that move, but very effective.
Loved the story this past Thursday night on This Is Bound for Glory of Deanna Purrazzo, talking about her career, talking about starting when she was just 18, knew she wanted to be a wrestler, and now look at her, knockouts champion. Dreams do come true, folks. This is going to be a nightmare for Deanna tonight, though.
Deanna's done
It's been a good
every
match.
single thing that she
Yeah.
said she was going to do. She wanted to be a wrestler. She became a wrestler. She wanted to come to Impact Wrestling, become Knockouts champion, and that's exactly what she's done. And it's that mentality that could carry her through this match and help her leave here still Knockouts champion.
What was it, like her fourth match in her career that she had in Impact?
Knockouts Knockdown pay-per-view at 19 years old.
Unbelievable. Dad, what were you doing at 19?
What's that? I can't say that on pay-per-view, Josh.
Don Couch. I can't say that on pay-per-view, Josh.
Yeah.
Look to get out of harm's way. And Su Yung sends Deanna for a ride. Back elbow there, right to
I've been liking this match. It's been a good match.
Yeah.
take it down.
They're both good wrestlers.
Firing all over. Raining strikes.
Like I tell people all the time, Impact's got great women's division.
Both these knockouts look a little bit exhausted at this point.
They were the ones who really brought the women's revolution to North America.
Yeah, it wasn't just Stephanie McMahon.
It was never Stephanie McMahon.
What? Wait, it wasn't Stephanie McMahon?
Sorry, Mo.
You guys are full
Hate to
of
break it to you.
You guys are full of shit. It was only Stephanie
Yeah,
McMahon.
just like the revisionist history saying, "Oh, the Bella twins were a foundation for the women's revolution." It's like, no, they were the reason for it. It's like saying that, oh, George III was the start of the American Revolution. I was like, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that could have gone poorly.
I remember what we used to call it too when they originally had Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha on the main roster. I would call it the women's Meh-volution.
that was a rocky start. That was right. That three-way faction fight was bad.
Oh no! Do you remember the time they wanted AJ Lee's record to be broken, so they let Nikki retain?
Yeah.
If you're Deanna Purrazzo.
I was like, when Charlotte beat her at Class Champion, I was like, who cares? You failed in your goal. You were supposed to help prevent her to break the record. It doesn't matter. You did it now.
Deanna is in real trouble here.
Ooh, pedigree.
Okay, so the scarf thing, is that kind of like a Mr. Sacco thing?
We're gonna crown a new champion here tonight, folks.
Nick?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Oh boy! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh God! That hasn't been washed since she was here a year ago.
No, it looks like somebody just left it out in the yard to like get worn out.
It's so rotten.
Oh, that's not a scarf. That's a glove.
Looks like intestines. Blood stained glove of Susan.
Oh.
Just nasty.
Mhm.
Deanna dumps. Deanna's got her up. Sue likes
What?
Deanna puts on the brakes. And Sue also puts on the brakes.
God, ref bump.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. I don't know why I went to Spanish there. Apologies.
Sue is in control here of Deanna Purrazzo.
Oh, wow. What a shocker.
Shoulders around. No ref. Turn around, ref. That was it.
Wake up,
That
ref.
was 3 seconds.
Honestly, the lines you get pro wrestling miss. Like, you think you'd always have a referee on standby in case the referee got knocked down.
No.
It's not like it hasn't
One
happened
ref,
a million
one
times.
match. One ref, one match. It's a universal law.
Crushing blow there from Kimber.
This is gonna be.
Oh, she's gonna pilmanize.
Yeah.
She's gonna pilmanize her.
Deanna Purrazzo.
Kimberly used to be in a women's tag team with Allie back when Allie was Cherry Bomb and they were the Kimber Bombs. They were Shine Tag Team champions. And
Here tonight.
Oh.
Shades of what Deanna did to Susie. And it, no, Sue Young.
Oh.
She's got her. Man, all claw.
Kimberly trying to help.
Oh, the mist!
Red mist to the eyes.
Oh no! Oh no! Not the.
Deanna's got the armbar.
Oh, now the referee wakes up.
Will Sue Young, excuse me, will she tap out?
She's reaching, Josh. She's reaching for Venus de Milo.
Oh, Mandible Claw! Oh, they both got their. Who's gonna tap first?
The fingers down the
Oh, they both broke it.
Deanna to break.
Yeah,
Woo!
Deanna had to break or she was going out with that mandible claw.
Wow. What a match for the Knockouts Championship.
I've never seen some.
Deanna Purrazzo
Ooh.
with a pump kick.
Countering an armbar with a Mandible Claw.
Catch that Chris Matthews slip. That Josh Matthews slip. That's Susie.
Oh yeah. He's been having to call her Susie for a number of months.
Trying to get the arm. Trying to grab the arm. She's got it. Trying to corkscrew her in.
Oh, stunner!
Sue Young. Here we go.
Yeah.
For the panic switch. Panic switch.
Panic switch! Panic switch!
And ladies and gentlemen, Sue Young.
1, 2, 3! Sue Young's champ. 2 times.
But you know what this? Now I realize you know what this means now.
What?
It's gonna be Kylie Ray versus Sue Young.
Probably. That would make sense.
That one. It goes even more to where my theory was. That Sue Young attacked Kylie Ray.
Yeah. And you were thinking Sue Young was going to go after Kylie Ray, but in the reverse role where Kylie Ray was the champion.
That's what it is. That's what I think. That's what they're going to storyline. Is that it was Sue Young that came out, knowing full well what Kylie Ray was. Well, because Susie and Sue Young are more or less the same person, right?
Split personality.
Okay, but like, yeah, that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Knowing full well there's a title opportunity, took out Kylie Ray and took her place tonight.
Deanna Purrazzo held the belt for 93 days. It's not a bad reign.
And that was a really good match. I think that was
Yeah.
one of the best matches of the night.
Well, she also won the championship in her first pay-per-view,
Oh!
right?
Yeah.
Wait, watch the next.
Is bringing back the Knockouts Tag Team title.
Yes, they're bringing back tag team titles.
The Knockouts Tag Team title.
Excited for this, and what a perfect night to make this.
It makes sense they have a large women's roster.
The Knockouts are ready for it.
It hit, oh man, I'm glad.
Oh, they're saving them for January. Officially announcing them, but they're saving it for January.
Tag Team
Yeah.
Champions because the titles return in 2020 in January live on paper.
He said 2020, he meant 2021.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. But then he said in January, I'm like, oh, so their next big pay-per-view, we're gonna crown the new Knockouts. I mean, it makes sense. Oh look, there it goes.
Yeah, the way the belts ended before was, I did not like it, because they had Eric Young and ODB win it, so Eric Young was first banned to hold it, and then they completely forgot about it.
Yeah, and they just announced the January pay-per-view, Hard to Kill.
Like Eric Young and ODB held it for 469 days before then Knockouts division executive Brooke Hogan vacated due to Eric Young being a male. It's like, he held it for 469 days, you're just now stripping him?
Yeah, but they also announced the January pay-per-view, which is gonna be Hard to Kill on the 16th.
Okay,
on January 16th.
So
I mean, yeah, and it makes sense. We've been talking about how like diverse their women's division is.
Yeah, I think they originally got rid of it because really there wasn't a lot of teams. But it's been gone since 2013. I'm glad it's coming back.
And there's a couple I can't even think of off the top of my head that could win it. You know, like what was it? Rosemary and Taya could be a tag team that could win it.
If they're still friends after Tuesday.
Yeah, true. Kara Hogan and her buddy that came out with her. Yeah, there's quite a few number of people they could get.
Deanna Purrazzo and Kimberly. boss.
Has lost the title, so
Maybe she'll become Knockouts Tag Champion. I'm glad the women have another belt to go after.
As I'm
What's
sitting
some
at
other
home,
teams they got?
rehabilitating the very guy that tries to change my career, try to ruin my life, becomes the Impact World Champion. I know you care, and I know you got your concerns, Scott. But what I'm asking you is to let me get back in this ring and fight Eric Young. I'm the only person in this big company that has pinned Eric Young. That means that I deserve the shot.
Here comes the world-class maniac, Rich. You should listen to this too, Eric Young. Rich, get ready. Because October 24th, you should take this piece of out.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore.
From this point on, my conscience will be clear. Everything from this point forward is on you.
All right, Rich Swann.
I want to hear someone tell me Rich Swann quit. His orthopedic surgeon says Rich Swann will be there and he'll be ready. Eric Young's got his hands on Scott D'Amore yet again. It's Rich Swann! Frustration boiled over for Rich Swann here tonight. Are we looking at the next Impact Wrestling World
I love that
Champion?
backflip. A lot of people use a stunner in Impact. Is it gonna come like the DDT where everyone uses the stunner?
It seems like there's just a move that a lot of people use at different companies. Like for Impact, it's a stunner. AEW, I think it's like Canadian Destroyer.
There's too many dangers.
Hey guys, they're trending
NXT.
number 9.
That's not bad.
I don't know.
Whenever
it's
I
like-
hear someone's trending, I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I really don't give a shit.
I don't either. I just love this. Look, number 9. I'm like, okay.
Well, being in top 10 is still an accomplishment. So we know those Twitter trending things are manipulated. They mess with that all the time and subvert things.
Rich Swann, his career.
I still remember the first time I saw Rich Swann. It was like a year before he was officially signed to NXT. It was in that. It was in Ybor City.
Yeah, I first saw him wrestling in FIP.
Yeah, and he was using All Night Long as his theme.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I like how his Impact theme is kind of similar style.
You know, I actually liked his WWE theme too.
I mean, isn't that the way to go? If you have like a similar style, or you have you really like a certain song, but you don't have the money to pay for the licensing. Well, let's just do something in a similar style.
Yeah, a number of Impact's themes tonight I thought really good.
Yeah.
At least they're not all generic rock like a lot of WWE themes.
See Keith Lee's current theme.
Well, that was out of their control. That's what happens when you split with the two people who made most of your themes.
No, that's what happens when you fuck up on a royalties agreement. Apparently, that's what happened. They're giving a CFO $ more in royalties than they actually originally thought.
Well, didn't they split up?
Yeah, but they can still pay them royalties, and apparently the amount of royalties they currently had agreed upon was apparently a bit more than what WWE was initially expecting.
I mean, splitting from the company does not deprive you of royalties.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just wondering if they
they split up for different reasons. I'm just talking about like afterwards. That's why like Keith Lee had to switch to that god awful thing. And like Apollo Crews got a lesser theme.
Well, not Apollo Crews. He had a good run as U.S. champ, but had to end eventually. But hopefully they use him on SmackDown.
So what was it with Eric Young Eric Young's voice that gives him the raspy.
I think
he gets the equivalent. I know this one because it's on Edge and Christian podcast. When Edge and Christian were still doing a podcast, it's apparently like on his larynx area. It's like kind of the equivalent of like moles that grow on it, pretty much. And like they have to like. If it gets bad, he has to get surgery to remove them. And because of so many times he's had surgery, that's where he got the natural raspy voice. I forgot exactly, but that's pretty much it though. It's like he gets like these weird like mole like lymph nodes on his vocal cords and stuff like that has to get removed a lot often.
He's had a raspy voice since I first watched him in 2004. Oh yeah, he's gone through a lot of different characters in Impact.
Yeah, and the interview I was talking about with Edge and Christian was like a few years ago too. So that goes to show how often he still gets them.
Also, his voice sounded a little better during his promo earlier, so.
Well, because he's gotten accustomed to using that voice.
That sounds more clear.
Yeah.
Man, Rich Swann looks way younger without a beard.
I forgot. I didn't realize he didn't have a beard anymore.
Needed to muscle up a little bit, I think, because he
I
transitioned.
remember Eric Young. He saw like shaggy hair and a long beard, and now he's all clean shaven.
Eric Young go right for the leg, and Rich Swann saw it.
You gotta be. See, only the crazy people are completely clean shaven.
This is on you.
That's been Eric Young's mantra for weeks now. This is on you. Caught him. Yep, he sure did. And Eric Young's got a hold of the ankle, Rich.
Nice counter there by Rich.
A unique way to get away. Eric Young says this is on you. This is on Scott D'Amore. This is on Impact Wrestling. Leapfrog there by Rich.
Woo! That was a nice flip.
When it's done right, I always do enjoy the fake out suicide dive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eric Young's going to think about it.
Both these men are former X Division champions.
Ankle and leg of Rich Swann have been answered.
I do love how Rich's trunks have his old has the lyrics to his WWE entrance theme on them.
Of course, that's a whole lot different than
Can you handle this?
Oh, can you handle
this? That's why I said I actually liked his theme in WWE.
His Impact one's pretty good too.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, honestly, yeah, his entrance theme was Impact's good too.
Woo! Yeah, Rich checking on that ankle. But yeah, Eric Young took that chest first into that ring post. Rich Swann has definitely gotten into the head. Oh, God. He's definitely gotten into the head of the world-class maniac.
Yeah, like when we all shave, we look like at least 5 years younger.
Eric Young has got so many tattoos over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
He's tatted up.
Like Mo, when was the last time you were like fully clean shaven?
Day he was born.
he was born.
The next day, like as soon as he came out.
Always his design.
I want to say maybe 6, 7 years ago.
Wow, really?
Because before that, I had well, maybe. I feel like I've only been like trimming my beard, not fully shaving it. But I know for sure that's the last time that I fully like made sure that I was clean shaven.
Yeah.
Because I was transitioning to trying to get an office job, and I didn't want to show up with a full beard
That's what Eric Young has.
And then I got the job, and then I found out they didn't give a shit about if I had a beard or not, so I let it grow.
Eric Young is going to have to be
And
mindful
then when I
of is the athleticism,
left
the
that
explosive
job,
offense of Rich Swann. We've seen a little bit of that so far.
my current job definitely doesn't care if I have a beard or not.
From Rich to the chest of Eric Young. And Rich
Whoa, whoa! Oh man, that handstand, that was good.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Don, I think Rich is in trouble. That's in his shoulder. Down, he landed head first.
He did.
I don't know if Rich was trying to.
So do you guys think that Eric Young will be busted open at some point?
Somebody will be busted open by the end of this, probably.
Oh, we already saw EC3 busted open tonight.
Yeah.
A modified stump puller, but Rich is going nowhere. So tonight, where we were concerned about the ankle of Rich Swann, we now have
All right, so we had one title retained, two titles changed hands. Will we see a third?
Now at 5, 6. He's got 10 seconds.
Just like EC3, Nick, you refuse to acknowledge Moose's title.
Rich is in at the moment.
Well, and guess what's going to happen now?
No, I'm trying to think. I think it was like 3 years ago I decided to do No Shave November. And it was just, it didn't look right for me at all. Like I fully shaved and just let it all grow up by the end of November. Like most of it was back by the end of November.
That's it. That's it.
It's over.
That took almost as much of Eric Young.
Eric Young's going to retain the championship, and Rich somehow kicks out. Deep cover.
Oh, he's bleeding on his left ear.
Rich is in a whirl.
Yeah, I think he did one of those dives. I think he hit something.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, Josh Matthews. It's hard enough to go in there against Eric Young with one damaged, compromised area of your body. I don't see how it's with two.
Kicked him in the head.
Of course he did. He's going right after that neck.
We've seen Rich Swann take a beating in matches and somehow just keeps finding a way, keeps coming back. But there's a different side of Eric Young that perhaps we haven't seen before. And perhaps Rich hasn't seen before.
This is a sick, twisted human being.
The fuck, man? It stopped recording again.
To be in this position. He likes to control everything. He's trying
When?
to do that.
I have to double check. I don't know why the fuck he keeps doing this.
Are you recording with two different things?
I'm still recording through Zoom, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because my brother can still work with that. But it helps more if he has both.
Yeah, but we learned from our last thing. That's why we got a backup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about to. My power's not about to go out either. Is that too? Let me see. How much?
Is one of the most well-liked people in the industry. You won't hear anyone saying a lot of bad things about Rich Swann. You'll hear
2
people say
minutes.
horrible things about Eric Young. But
Good lord. The most it's recorded at this pay-per-view has been 12 minutes total.
Oh, good thing we've been recording with Zoom.
What the?
And Eric Young controlling
That's
this
weird.
match.
I don't get this.
It's okay. We got the Zoom recording.
I know, but it helps my brother out more if he has something to work with when it comes to capturing. Well, using the capturing when editing.
Well, let's just record what we got from here, and he can work with as much as he can. It's not the end. It's not the end of the world.
I know.
We didn't mess up like last time.
I know. It's just it bugs the crap out of me when my computer does this.
As he is grabbing back at his neck, still kicks out at 2.
The danger here for Rich Swann in the immediate sense is not the pain of the neck. It's if it starts to impact the nerves that go down that side of his body and weakens his leg and arm. I don't
Honestly,
see that happening yet, but
there being no crowd, I've kind of hardly noticed that compared to the last pay-per-view.
has pinpointed that area of Rich and is.
And honestly, there being no crowd, I've been able to hear the wrestlers talk in the ring more, so they can do more storytelling.
Well, I think they for a lot of wrestlers they had to adapt to that, whereas because also it's kind of like using the cover of the crowd to probably call your spots is a typical thing, and
Even with the crowd, you can still fucking hear John Cena call his spots.
Like I said, he would love Rich to quit.
How's it running? Like John says, like John, lower your voice.
But that just means you don't know Rich Swann very well, because this kid will die in the ring before he quits.
Rich is still trying to figure out how to get back into this match. Goes
Eric
Young catches him. Eric Young. Oh, no.
Ooh, on the neck.
At this point, you may almost want it to be over if you're a fan of Rich Swann. But he keeps kicking out. He keeps sticking around.
Look at the face. Look at the eyes of Eric Young. Just nothing behind him.
This world belongs to me.
He truly believes that, folks.
And that's not a normal thing to say. No. For a human being, just to be clear. There may have never been a more
I couldn't hear what Eric Young said.
person in this business.
I don't know either, but
Maniac Eric Young.
it was seemed to be in line with his persona.
Go after the neck and just, I mean, he's got Rich in such a compromised situation, but Rich just keeps kicking out, keeps staying in there.
This is what happens.
Would not want to be the referee in this match, trying to control Eric.
At any point in this match thus far, has the referee, as a thought crept in his mind,
Ooh.
I've got to protect Rich.
Working on that neck.
I think with what we've seen Rich Swann come back from, I don't think it's the normal standard or the normal yardstick for pain and for injury. So I think this referee is going to let them play, so to speak.
And we talked about what Eric Young has been saying over the past couple of weeks, and he just said this is on Impact, this is on Scott, this is your fault, this isn't my fault. Eric Young told us on Press Pass recently that he sleeps like a baby every night.
Of course he does, because he's a sociopath.
Telling Rich you just won't learn.
Might be time for Eric Young to try to hit a maneuver and get a pin here. Now, don't forget, Eric Young has one of the most devastating pile drivers.
This is a nice studio they've been using.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's I think it's called Skyway Studios in Nashville. It's bigger than the Impact Zone in Universal. To be fair, though, the way they set up on the camera, they always made the Impact Zone look way bigger than it was. They did a good job of that.
Listen to him.
This is sick. It really is sick.
Oh. I don't know if Rich can stand at this point. I just there's nothing left.
No, we're now seeing how dominant Eric Young can be when he has an advantage. You mentioned
I just
the shark
now
analogy, and I think it's a
noticed
very good one.
what
He's careful,
exactly
he's measured,
is
but when he
tattooed on
smells the blood,
Eric's back.
he takes that big bite. And
'Cause I
he
saw
doesn't
like some of the words, but I didn't see everything.
What does it say?
It says passion, love, freedom, respect.
Wow. Telling him you can do it. You made it to the corner.
Oh! I mean, imagine you're Rich Swann here. You're worried about your neck. You're not only having to endure the abuse, you're having to endure this lecture. This guy in your ear telling you to quit, telling you you're nothing.
You stay down.
Telling him to stay down.
Yeah. Yeah, Rich is shaking his head no, he's not quitting.
Go home, Rich. This world belongs to me. This world belongs to me.
There's no quit in Rich Swann. Rich is on his feet.
Eric Young almost OCD about fixating on that neck. I might go back downstairs to the ankle just to switch it up, but
I said stay down. Stop that.
Rich is not staying down there, folks. He's on his feet. He's got rid of the ropes.
And at some point, this match may just become a pain management issue. As long as he's fully functional, Rich is just going to have to gut out the pain and fight back.
Oh, another shot.
That's the look we've seen
Oh.
Yeah, get him, Swan. Get him, Swan.
Swan is just spotting Eric Young off the other side of the ring. Eric Young goes up and over. Wants the course of the air, but Rich is right there. Swan. Eric Young turned over to his stomach to avoid that.
I used to go to FIP. Let's go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't know how many times they want to just like zoom in on Swan's face as he's trying to spit.
Yeah, it's weird. He tries to spit and it's not like coming out. Coming out.
He needs to go for a pin.
Referee counting.
Rich Swan is just bleeding from the mouth from that move. I don't know if they know.
Oh, he's trying to spit the blood in his mouth, but it's probably clotted a bit.
Spinning back kick. Flurry into momentum.
I used to go to FIP shows with Swan was competing. Anytime he jumped off the rope, I screamed, "You will believe a swan can fly!" Oh man, I miss going to live wrestling shows. I can't wait for that to be a thing again. Hopefully, we can have WrestleMania in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh! Broad splash 1, 2, oh!
Rich tried to hook the leg and couldn't do it.
This is unbelievable. What a war, and I cannot believe the resilience of young Rich Swan.
You just have to wonder at what point does Rich
No,
does it
not
run
now.
out? Does his battery run out? Does Eric
No.
Young deliver the pile driver?
No, not now.
And all these high-impact moves that Rich has been hitting also impact that injured neck because he's still fighting with Eric Young even though he's delivering the move.
And here we go. Eric Young put on the top rope. Rich is going to follow.
Rich very deliberate. He's normally much quicker and smoother getting up to the top.
Oh god, he's biting him.
His face, this animal. Sadistic.
Jesus.
Twisted freak. Eric Young off the top rope.
Oh, his top rope elbow.
Right to the neck.
Oh my.
This is going to do it. There's the cover.
1, 2, oh, crossface. Crossface.
He's got a crossface locked in.
And if you've got an injured
I was wondering why
neck,
Swan's
this is the
teeth
last
look
place you want to find
like
yourself.
there's blood on his teeth.
In a crossface from a sociopath like Eric Young.
Will Rich Swan hang on? Can he find his way to a rope? Can he
Come on, get to the rope, get to the rope. He got it.
There's a rope break.
Great ring awareness there by Rich Swan. Otherwise, I believe this might have been over.
Eric Young had to break. We were looking at the shoulders of Eric Young, but Rich kept rolling and was able to get to the bottom rope to break that hold and stick around in this match. You can hear Rich right out of pain. There's a shot.
Little less on those punches now from Eric Young. This has been a grueling match on him as well.
Back and forth. How does Rich have anything left? Eric Young said, "Go away."
Slugfest.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Rich is just putting everything behind those punches that he has, and now firing back black.
Ooh, go ahead.
It looks like Rich Swan for now.
Oh no!
Eric Young is
Oh!
splitting out.
1, 2, kick out. Ooh, it's been a good match.
Championship dream lives on.
Come on, Swan.
Can't get a read on the expression of Eric Young.
He's measuring him, Josh.
Ooh.
Rocked him back towards the
Oh,
center.
he missed a kick.
Misses. Here we go.
Oh.
Back, the ankle down. Going after the ankle. He's trying to walk, and he's in the middle of the ring. And Rich.
Ankle lock. Not ankle lock. Knee lock.
I said earlier, if I were him, I'd go back to the ankle. He's done it now. He's got to watch.
That was the ankle that Young originally injured.
Oh, wow.
He's already dealing with a neck problem. He's gonna mess up his ankle again too.
Rich is going to grab the bottom rope.
Eric Young uses every bit of the
He's gonna make sure that the body is broken.
He did say that he was gonna end he was gonna end Swan's career. That you'll never see him again.
So if I'm Eric Young now, I try to go right back to that, drag it to the middle of the ring, do it again.
Eric Young just said, I told you I would get that ankle.
Rich is out.
Let's go for the pile driver. Reverse. Oh, inside that 1, 2. That's how he pinned him at Slammiversary. Oh!
Rich is a big shot to the jaw of the champion who hasn't stopped talking throughout the smash.
Woo!
There's a kick. He measured him with
I love that standing side kick he does.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like a charged like gunshot.
Oh, that was cool.
Eric Young is in
I'm trying to remember what Swan's finisher is.
Rich has got to find something. Rich has got to find
Say
something.
the top row move.
With the champion down.
These two have been beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Unable to execute that handspring even with that injured shoulder and neck.
You want to know what the Impact Wrestling World Championship means to these athletes, folks? Watch this main event. Rich up top.
Ooh.
Was that a Phoenix splash? And now the ankle wrapped around the turnbuckle. And the tree, whoa, got nowhere to go.
Oh. Oh.
Gonna use that cup leg of the turnbuckle as a lever.
God, he's gonna break his ankle again.
Ooh.
I just keep going back to it. You get 4 counts, break that ankle. That's probably what he's thinking.
Rich has got to get out of that corner. He's got to get out of that buckle. It's sitting duck. Rich.
Oh, that was a great counter.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich.
Here he goes, twist, twist. Stunner, flip stunner. Pin him, pin him, pin him, pin him, pin him.
Rich Swan.
What are you doing, dude? Cover him. Oh, he's going for another top row move. Another top row move.
Rich up the top.
Big splash, big splash. 1, 2, 3. Rich Swan is your Impact World Champion. That was great. That was a good match.
Rich Slade
Woo!
is world champion, and the dark cloud has been lifted.
Rich Swan is a world champion.
Has done it. Here tonight, and bound for
I know, sweetie.
He went from being a cruiserweight champion in the WWE to becoming a world champion in Impact Wrestling.
And highly emotional win for Rich Swan. My God, I thought he was done 10 different times in that match, Josh.
ladies and gentlemen, it could have ended at any given second.
Cool. I like that. Congrats to him.
I love how they're all walking by Eric Young like, haha.
They should all walk by him and kick him in the gut. It's like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, the Rascals.
Yeah, bitch.
I love the Rascals. Like their shirts are all very 90s.
Look at the athletes, look at the stars, look at how good it's like they won the title here tonight, Don.
This is
And that's it. Them's the breaks.
Woo!
There's your new world champion.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night from Bound for Glory.
Feel good moment.
Woo! That was Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2020. What'd you guys think? I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
I liked it. It was good. I enjoyed it. There was definitely a few matches I actually generally really liked.
Yeah, let's go through the show from the beginning. We'll get it up.
I have the list if you want it.
Hold on. All right, here we go. Yeah, the first match we had was the 6-way X Division Championship match. I thought it was a really good opening. Rohit Raju took advantage of the chaos and managed to sneak away and get away from with his title.
Mhm.
What did you guys think of the match?
I liked it. Normally 6-man matches, 6-person matches are all over the place. This felt a bit more concise than I was expecting it to be. Amazing work from Jordan Grace, especially. Like, really was her own.
Equality!
Yeah, quality. Yeah, with Jordan Grace, the amazing on her own skills alone. She did a great job. She was able, I don't mean to sound this way, but like she was able to work with the boys on this one, and it really showed. Like, amazing work, amazing offense and defense from her, and just great work overall from everybody, including the still X Division champion. But I enjoyed it.
What you think, Mo?
I mean, I find that stuff pretty entertaining. A lot of high flying, a lot of like interesting spots there. One thing is, I feel like X Division matches are ones that more than anything kind of feed off the crowd, and the crowd, like, it's like a symbiotic relationship where it's like this would have, like, you could feel even more of the hype around it, because I feel like certain spots it would just be like you could feel the crowd getting into it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I think Rohit's been a really good heel as champion, and I think the next pay per view is going to be hard to kill, which they announced on Bound for Glory. I think they're going to set up the Rohit versus Grace again. I think Grace will probably beat him for the title. Hard to kill. Let's see. The next match was the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, which came down to Rhino and Sami Callihan. And after a gore, Rhino won the match. He won Heath Slater a contract, kept his contract, and earned a title shot of his choosing. I thought it was a fun gauntlet match. There was some very surprise entrances. First, we got Daivari returning to Impact Wrestling at the beginning. And then during the match, James Mother Effin' Storm made his comeback to Impact Wrestling.
So yeah, the 3 big surprises we got was Daivari, jacked as fuck Daivari. Jesus, man. Daivari, Swoggle, who had some fun spots, like the one he did with Dreamer, like the mini Doomsday device they did on Brian Myers.
Him and Brian Myers teaming up.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. It had a good ending. Rhino won it for him and his friend Heath. I assume him and Heath are going to catch it on the tag titles, but I don't know. Right? I don't know if Rhino can easily turn down maybe a guaranteed shot at the world title. Like, he hasn't been a world champion since 2005.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of the Gauntlet match, Bo?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed. I personally lost track of some people every once in a while. It wasn't just because of the abundance. Because I mean, it's a little bit smaller than most Rumbles or Gauntlet kind of matches, but I was more focused on certain people. So it was kind of just like I lost track whenever they disappeared, but I did enjoy it overall.
Yeah, interesting. Who do you guys think was the MVP of the Gauntlet? Who had the best showing?
A showing? Can't really say. I mean,
I feel like you need to say Swoggle.
Swoggle?
Swoggle was impressive for the most part. It's hard to say. I think the biggest, I thought the Gauntlet match was fine. I think my biggest issue was that they really weren't clear about who was eliminated and who was still there in the match. Because by the end of it, I was like, okay, so the big boys are out. I had no idea. Taya was out. I had no idea. It's like I was a bit confused near the end about who was out and who wasn't. Standout? hard to say. Everybody was about like, for me personally, I thought everybody was pretty equal in their own right throughout this Gauntlet match. I mean, of course, the biggest story was just like Heath and Rhino, which, of course, as we saw, Rhino won, so now Heath gets a job and he gets to feed his 28 kids.
I mean, I'd say Brian.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think
Brian. I guess, yeah.
I'm glad that Brian Myers is now with the promotion that is using his talent and not treating him like a joke, like WWE did. Hopefully he does well in Impact Wrestling, and yeah, I thought Rhino had a good Iron Man showing, making it all the way to the end. Sami Callihan played a good dastardly villain role, trying to dash away Rhino and Heath's dreams.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you said, Swoggle and Tommy Dreamer performing a doomsday device in honor of Road Warrior Animal.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing, was that Dreamer came out in Road Warrior Animal's face paint.
And as they mentioned on the show, the shirt that Tommy Dreamer is wearing that Impact has put out, all proceeds to sell that shirt go to Road Warrior Animal's family. So if you want to help out his family, you can get a cool T-shirt out of it.
Yeah, it's true.
And next match, we had the Cinematic match of the evening with Moose versus EC3 in a all-out fight in a warehouse.
Undisclosed location.
I liked this match. It was well produced, well shot. The storytelling was really good. It told a really good story that EC3 was there to make Moose better. Like, to have him drop this ridiculous fake champion thing, become the badass he knows he can be, become the real, and win the real world title. And in the end, EC3 got what he wanted. Moose unleashed the monster, and he took out EC3. So Moose won the match physically. The EC3 got what he wanted in the end, and it'd be interesting to see the follow-up to this. With the relationship between EC3 and Moose, and if Moose does end up targeting the current world champion. We'll get to that in a little bit. What did you guys think of the fight in the warehouse?
Well, I will say, since there was no ref there, this either goes one of two ways. Either this match wasn't official, so it's just a regular fight, or we go with your route where it's like, Moose is still standing, so he wins. And I believe deep down inside that it was a title match. So Moose retains his title, but not his soul.
Very deep, Mo.
I thought it was one of the better, aside from the main event, I think it was one of the better story-driven matches. Like, this whole thing with EC3, how talking about how like the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is in the past, and like he knows, like in the match it shows like how he knows that Moose is meant for so much more, but yet he's so self-righteous and becoming this self-proclaimed old champion of an old title that like EC3 wanted this match just to snap some sense into his ass. And it clearly showed here. So it was really good stuff overall. Great work from EC3, which we never really got to see in WWE. Amazing stuff from Moose.
Completely wasted his talent.
Like, if I had like one real drawback to this match is that I wasn't a fan of the music. I thought the music was. What'd you say was, Nick? It was like a
80s action music.
They're trying. It just, for me, it just didn't work.
To me, it didn't bother me because it wasn't the thing I was focusing on. It was just background noise for the thing.
Because part of me always questioned why they never had like in Gargano Ciampa 4, they never had music playing during it, and I feel like I kind of see why with this match. It's like it's hard to pinpoint the exact music that conveys what's going on. And they tried here. I'll give them an A for effort, but the music's the only thing that really bugged me about this.
So the thing, here's what I think. I think because of the music issue, I think it's because there were lyrics to it. Because while you're watching this match and you're trying to like focus on it, you just hear this other voice go on, and then it's like it's in the song. It's like someone singing lyrics or whatever, and it's like weird. So that's, I think, what kind of drew me to it. And then once you start hearing like this low droning sound and you realize it's the music, it's like, okay, that's weird. But if there were no lyrics, I think it would be it wouldn't have stood out. I wouldn't have noticed that at all. It would have just added to the match. That's why I think I picked it out.
Right.
Okay. Let's see the fall of this. Next up, we had King Shamrock versus Eddie Edwards. I'd say this is more the slowest match of the evening. It was.
Yes.
I thought it was a fine match. Of all the matches on the main card, I would say it's the weakest, but not because it was bad, just mainly because all the other matches were really good. And the fact that Ken Shamrock can still go as well as he does at 56 years old, look at his jack he's done. That's an accomplishment. And so it looks like this feud is not over because of Sami Callihan's interference. Ken Shamrock was able to tap out Eddie Edwards, and we'll have to see where this goes. But yeah, we saw earlier tonight Ken Shamrock was officially inducted into the Impact Hall of Fame. And I know some people were critical, saying that Impact created a Hall of Fame too soon. I think it was back in 2012. Yeah, it was on their 10th anniversary. But if you look who's in their Hall of Fame, everyone in it deserves to be there. Like, I know some people they point out certain names in the WWE Hall of Fame who they don't think should really be there, but everyone in the Impact Hall of Fame deserves to be in it. So I was glad and we got to see The Rock congratulate his friend. So we got to see The Rock on Impact Wrestling Television.
Out of the box moment, in my one more out of the box moment, is The Rock showing up on Impact Television. Well, I know just to congratulate Ken Shamrock, but still.
Yeah, Ken asked him to do it, and he said he would film it and send it to them. So shows how good of a friend The Rock is. But we all know the People's Champ is a really good guy.
Yeah.
So we'll have to. I'm sure this feud is going to continue. See if Eddie Edwards can make his win back. We'll see if Shamrock keeps going down the path Sami wants him to. Let's see what's going on with that. Okay, so what'd you guys think of the match?
I thought that wasn't that it was bad. I don't think it was a bad match. I think it was just a slower match than I was expecting. Like, I feel like the match Shamrock and Callahan had in the at Slammiversary for the tag titles was a much faster paced match, and we knew like Shamrock could go a slightly faster paced match, but this one was like almost dead slow to me. Like, it just felt slow and prodding to me, and it wasn't bad, just felt like it took a while to get to the end.
I think that was because it was a tag team match, so Callahan could do half the action, while this one Shamrock decided to do all the action.
Yeah.
So that's probably why that is.
But yeah, it was slow. It was slow for me. One of the definitely the weakest match in my opinion.
What do you think, Mo?
I think some of it was like, for me, my focus was thinking maybe this match would be a back and forth between Eddie either trying to get out of wrestle holds from Shamrock, and Shamrock just like doing his best to get his signature stuff going. Which I feel like a couple of times that was. I know I was more thinking of Shamrock actually doing like MMA stuff to Eddie. So there were times where they were locked up and it was like, oh, I'm sure Shamrock could just go for like a Kimura or something like that, or try and attempt it. And it's just like, that would be a little bit much if he's trying to do more MMA stuff on him. But the times when it was applied, it looked devastating. Holds up to his name.
He is the world's most dangerous man. I did enjoy a lot of the counters. Like that was one thing that Eddie made the mistake of trying to out submit Shamrock, and that didn't work. And Shamrock had a great counter, especially when he rose like the Undertaker and grabbed him. That was great. Let's see what this feud goes next. All right, next match we had a fatal four-way tag team match for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championships. The Motor City Machine Guns defend, we'll get to that in a bit. They defended their tag titles against Good Brothers, Ace Austin, Madman Fulton in the North. Right at the beginning of the match, the North took out Alex Shelley. It's completely devastated him. And so Chris Sabin was forced to defend his titles by himself against three other teams. And he fought his damnedest, but in the end, the North took advantage of an opportunity and managed to get the win and become two-time Impact Tag Team Champions. I thought it was a really good match overall, and I think the reason they went with the North is because they want to set up just a one-on-one tag match between them and the Good Brothers, probably hard to kill. So that'll probably win the Good Brothers. I think it's better for like a face team like the Good Brothers to win the titles that way than when it's in the match with Chris Sabin was fighting his damnedest to be an underdog. But yeah, overall that was a good match. What do you guys think?
Chris?
Oh, okay. I thought it was a good match. Yeah, fucking guys, seven really good like wrestlers in that match, and like it really showed. Like North really showed why they're amazing. Hell, the team of Austin and Fulton really showed what they're capable of too, and I thought I was actually impressed by it. I guess if I had like one real downside, I don't think we got as much of the Good Brothers as I thought we were gonna get. Because I know it was 4 teams technically, but like I was expecting a bit more from the Good Brothers in this match overall. But it was like you were saying just after the match ended, was that I think it's going to lead to like eventually it's going to be the North versus the Good Brothers for the Impact Tag titles. But other than that, I thought it was enjoyable. Everybody got to show their stuff, and it was fun overall.
I think this was pretty much a Chris Sabin match. Even though the North ended up winning back their titles after a 94-day gap. I think this was a Chris Sabin match, especially when it's just like he just ran through pretty much he attacked every single team and was like holding his own throughout it, even though like most of the strategy for the teams we're going to tag out each other and make sure that Chris can't tag in anybody else so he can just get worn down, and then we'll take advantage. But I think this was mainly, even though the North was the main like opposition, it was a Sabin match all the way.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see what the reaction to that on this coming Tuesday. Next match, the biggest swerve of the night. Deonna Purrazzo was supposed to defend the Knockouts Championship against Kylie Ray, but for some unknown reason, Kylie Ray didn't come out. And so Purrazzo, getting a little arrogant, did an open challenge for the championship, and it was answered by the returning Su Yung, who has been under the personality of her much nicer character Susie for the past, I think, since March.
Yeah.
But now the demented Su Yung is now back, and I thought it was a really good match, back and forth, two of the best women on the roster. Probably the best. Honestly, them and NXT, it's hard for me to decide who has the best women's division. I go back and forth between Impact and NXT. A really good match. Su Yung managed to pick up the win, become a 2-time Impact Knockouts champion. Hopefully on this coming Tuesday, we'll figure out what happened to Kylie Ray. I know, Kristen, you have a theory about that.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, first off, yeah, I thought this was a really good match. Easily one of the best matches of the night, hands down. Great work with both competitors. Like nobody was expecting this match, and they still put on a good clinic overall. Like they even had like heel shenanigans that Su Yung easily was able to like avoid or kick out of, or manage to get out of, or wriggle herself out of, however you say it. Yeah, my theory is that like it was Su Yung. It's gonna turn out like Su Yung was the one who, like, of course, she found out she's been tired of laying dormant. She finally released, destroyed Kylie Ray, came out, took the title, and overall just destroy like came out to destroy, get the title. And so now down the road, we're definitely gonna be getting Su Yung versus Kylie Ray, in my opinion.
Probably a hard to kill.
Probably hard to kill.
What you think of the match, Mo?
That was some great stuff. I haven't seen, of course, I don't follow Impact, but seeing Diana and Su Yung just go at it was nice. There was a lot of interesting techniques and moves, and it's like seeing Susie at Slammiversary and then seeing Su Yung here, and the drastic change in personalities and moves and all that stuff really really did a lot.
Yeah, I think it really shows the level of talent of Su Yung, that she was not only played the two characters differently, but wrestled differently under both characters. And honestly, one of my favorite spots of the match, like everyone was always having trouble dealing with Deonna Purrazzo's very effective name of that move. The
armbar.
Armbar. Well, it's more like
it's
armbar.
Yeah, it was armbar. So, but she able to counter it with a mandible claw, which is very unique, I thought. And so, yeah, we'll have to see what happens this past Tuesday. And if it does lead to Su Yung versus Kylie Ray, I think that would also be a good match. But we got an announcement afterwards that the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships are making a comeback after being deactivated since 2013. I'm looking forward. I'm really glad they're bringing those belts back. They definitely have a great roster of women to get those titles. And they said, I think they said the tournament's going to. They said it's going to start in January.
No, they confirmed. I was double checking on Facebook feed. They confirmed. Yes, their titles are coming back, and a new tag team knockout tag team champions will be crowned at Hard to Kill on January 16th.
So they'll probably start the tournament soon and do it over the next couple months. So I'm looking forward to those belts coming back, and we'll have to see which tag team ends up getting them. So what do you guys think about the Knockouts tag titles coming back?
It's a good idea. Honestly, it's it. I mean, you've talked about how like expansive the women's division has gotten in Impact. So it's not like where like Vince caved in at WWE and just gave the women's tag titles because like
he just caved. The same three teams fighting for it.
Story for another day. We're not talking about the company from New York. So no, I think it's a great idea. They have enough of a diverse cast of female wrestlers. There's enough storylines going on with all of them that there are some where they're legit, like, they can make for a team. Like, I was bringing up Kiera Hogan and her friend. I was bringing up possibly, like, good guy Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie, for example, you know.
Yeah, and Deonna and Kimberly.
And hell, if you want to make it fucking weird, like fucking Susie and Kylie Ray, I mean, as well. So, I mean,
yeah,
that'd be a complicated. Wouldn't that be a complicated storyline? Think about it. Su Yung is the Knockouts Women's Champion, while Susie and Kylie Ray are the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Would that not be fucking weird?
Yeah, it would be interesting to have a wrestler playing two different characters, each holding a different title. That would be interesting.
But that my point exactly is that there's enough established female wrestlers in Impact to where you can make a knockouts tag team division work this time, work probably even better than it did before back in
Yeah,
2013.
before they had a good number of teams, but by the end, honestly, the belt really ended in 2012 because after he had Eric Young and ODB win it, the belt was essentially never seen again for like a year and a half before then Knockouts commissioner Brooke Hogan vacated the belt because Eric Young was a male, but it's like we've known that the past year and a half. But
yeah, and remember, Perazo said any male or female wrestler who wants to come out to compete for the Knockouts title.
That was her being a little too cocky, but that would have been a little weird or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the tournament, and like a certain AEW tag team tournament, it'll actually be something to win at the end of it. But that's a story for another day about that other the company from Jacksonville. That's about their women's division. You got any thoughts, Mo?
It seemed like just this was either they had planned for this alone for a while, because it just seemed like every single woman that I saw that came out had like someone already. Like they were already coming out with someone that was like their friend or partner or whatever. So it's just like if they hadn't been building up to this, they'll definitely make things more interesting.
I had heard rumors that they might be bringing them back, and I was hopeful they would. So I was glad to see. It's interesting that companies are bringing back some older titles because Ring of Honor is bringing back the Pure title. They're doing a tournament for that now. So we'll have to see where that goes. And then we had our main event of the evening: Eric Young defending the Impact World Championship against Rich Swann. Thought this was a very good match. Did a lot of good in-ring storytelling with Eric Young working on both Rich Swann's neck and then later on his formerly injured ankle. Young was just brutalizing Swann throughout the match. Swann was doing everything he could to fight back, and at the end, Swann was able to get a second win, get a massive comeback, hit his finishing move, pin Eric Young, and now Rich Swann is your new Impact World Champion. What did you guys think of the match?
I think Rich should have learned how to spit properly before the match began.
I think he had blood in his mouth. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a really good match, man. It's hard to believe these two guys were just kind of wasted on the main roster in WWE, and then they put on a really good match here for Bound for Glory in the main event, and such a good story told. Like Rich bringing some good offense in. Then just after that, just Young just dominating majority of the time, just shit talking Swann the entire time. And then Rich was such an amazing comeback by the end of things. Was really storytelling well done. Like I said, this was the other really well done story told tonight, wrestling wise, and it really showed. And it was great stuff. Eric Young doesn't lose anything from losing here. He's won so much already as it is in his long story career. So having somebody like Rich Swann take the world title from him is truly something like special, and it gave him an amazing moment in the long run.
All right. What'd you think of the match, Mo?
I mean, completely agree with your points. It was great to see the intensity. Like both of their strengths were played to their fullest here. It seemed like a lot of emotion in the fight, whether that was like rage or anguish or whatever. If I was going to nitpick at any one thing about the match other than the camera shots of like Rich's face while he's spitting, but the other thing that I kind of felt was close to the finish when Rich was doing all these moves. It's like all of this damage that had been done to his legs and neck. I felt like if they either shortened some stuff earlier on or made the match a little bit longer, they could at least get into that to where it's kind of like he just was in the corner with his leg, his already like messed up leg, getting worked on, and then suddenly he's doing like flips off the top rope with no kind of like pain, as if nothing really happened, and then like doing a splash where it's like maybe he should like come out of it holding
Yeah.
his neck from the impact of it. But that's, like I said, that's a nitpicking kind of comment. Overall, I thought this match was great, and it was nice to see the Impact locker room come and celebrate with him as they recognize him as their champion.
Yeah, overall, I thought this was a really good pay per view. I had a lot of fun watching it, a lot of great moments. What did you guys think of the show overall?
Grade wise?
Yeah, what's your grade?
Okay. A minus. A minus. I thought this was a really good show. My only real downsides for me, like I said, I thought the Edwards Shamrock match was slower. I thought was really slow, and the Gauntlet match I think wasn't anything really special in my opinion, except for the couple surprise entrants. What I did like was, of course, the amazing Women's Championship match, the amazing Impact World Championship match, the really well done Fatal 4-Way tag match, as well as the music aside, the really well done Undisclosed Location match between EC3 and Moose. And of course, it was also helped was the fact they officially announced the return to Knockouts tag team titles. So A minus for me.
A minus for you. What's your grade, Mo?
I'd give it a B plus. I mean, it's just I feel like it was a lot of good stuff. Did a lot of good showcasing the talent there. X Division stuff. I want to say I'm always a fan of X Division matches, pretty much, just because I'm all for those guys and their high flying and athletic techniques. But I mean, this is I feel like because I'm not like as invested in Impact, that even just watching it, it was still great. Like I don't have to know like too much of the backstory between these guys, between any of these wrestlers, and still be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, overall, I'm going to agree with Kristen's grade. I'm going to give it A minus. Yeah, with the Edwards Shamrock match, it was a little slow. They did their best with it. I think it's eventually we'll have to see where that goes. But I enjoyed every match, especially every other match. We got to see a lot of great moments. We got to see Su Yung come out of nowhere and win the knockout style in a great match. We got to see Rich Swann become world champion. Honestly, I can't decide whether the knockouts or the world title match was better matches. We got to see the North surprised to get a second title reign. We got to see Rohit Raju sneak out a win. Rhino saved his job and get Heath his job. And we got that awesome cinematic match between Moose and EC3. I'm looking forward to seeing the fallout of this Tuesday on Impact. You guys, I think that was a really good show overall. So, you want to go ahead and do the wrap-up spiel, Kristen?
Okay, so other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about some Impact Wrestling, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. If you guys want, let us know what you guys thought of Bound for Glory. What were your favorite matches? What were your least favorite matches? Was there something you were expecting a bit more of? Was there something you were expecting a bit less of? What are your thoughts of the return of the Knockouts Tag Team Championships? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
Yeah, and
so,
then of course, next time which we'll be watching tomorrow night, our next episode will be WWE Hell in a Cell
2020.
Don't say that word. It's bad.
I've cursed enough on this episode. I don't think it really matters.
And of course, aside from Mo, where you can find him somewhere on the internet, Nick, where can everybody find you?
You can find my articles at FloridaGeekScene.com, specifically my weekly wrestling column, Spandex and Suplex, a wrestling review, where I give my thoughts on what happened this week in the world of WWE and AEW. So also check out the first episode of my spinoff series, Suplex is the interview series, with my guest, 17-year in-ring veteran Alex Chamberlain. You can watch that, find the article on Florida Geek Scene, or watch the video on YouTube at Florida Geek Scene's YouTube channel. I'd love to see you guys get a subscribe there as well. And thank you guys for watching us. And
until next time, folks, I'm Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade.
I am Moby.
And this has been a very BFG-filled episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling.
We will see you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.